And all right. Welcome back to Magic Mushrooms Mead. Oh shit, what episode are we on? Are we on 17?
Sure.
Yes, 17.
17? Okay.
16.
Episode 17. We'll go with Down for Whatever, because that was the last thing someone said that we were going to be doing. And yeah, Gulmov, you were actually doing a pretty good job before we hit record on giving us a previously on. Did you want to do that again?
Oh. Well, I can just basically read my notes because that's all I did. Well, there was the two groups. Well, so the first group had finished in the session prior, doing what they were doing. Me and Skamos finished up in the speaker's house, where some interesting-looking humanoid dragons came in, helped us kill things, and then disappeared. And we're like, "What the hell?" When we went back, what?
It was quite helpful.
He was quite helpful. Took a couple of hits, told us Klauth. Well, he did tell us one thing. He said Klauth sent him. That was about it. And then he just kind of double tapped all the Druger like a double tapping a zombie, and continued on.
Mm-hmm.
So our goal was to move the the statue that we later found out was completely made of Charlatan into the ferry, which we had found out that was where Iggy and the others had gone to clear out. So we had an awkward exchange, like the two cars driving past each other meme, and then we loaded up the ferry and headed back to the tavern, where we got paid and then met Klauth and his interesting group of people. Klauth promised some good stuff if we could clear out what we suspect to be Sunblight Fortress, but we're still not 100% certain. Getting some more information in and going from there.
Yeah. That's basically it. He did give Skamos an item which you can attune to overnight. It was quite late when you guys got to the tavern.
So do I just roll for that right now?
No, you don't need to roll for it. You just go into your items, and there should be a space for attunement if you've equipped it.
The thing is, it does say without. Okay, so I can just attune to it just overnight type of thing, and it's done. Okay.
Yeah, so basically 8 hours of sleeping with the with this little wand. Your magic wand, literally.
There we go. Perfect.
All right. I would have woken up Patches again to get me that science kit, a kiln, and to sell my Chewinga notes.
Right. He will be doing that in the morning because it's like 2 a.m.
And after thinking about it and debating whether or not my god would want this, and he would, because the black ice is an extremely rare ingredient, and I know where a bunch of it is, me and Seven are going to go back to the ferry.
I just love it.
Yeah.
How sneaky are they being?
Not sneaky at all. We're just leaving.
But you guys are at the tavern. You're chatting with Klauth.
Oh, I thought we were at the same spot. I thought they were at the tavern as well.
I do not care. I've been paid. I've been paid in full.
I'm not
sure where my character is.
Because we never saw Klauth, me and Severin.
Yeah, you guys didn't see Klauth. Korbin,
We went to the
you guys went to the town hall to talk to your sheriff friend.
Oh yeah.
And she gave you some money.
And I had to go back and wake up Patches, and the ferry's closed. So I'd take Severin to the ferry with me.
Okay. And how much are you taking when you take a rope down into the hold to pick stuff up?
my shovel in my bag of holding, and I'm putting like a little thing around my face, put my goggles on and gloves. This is dangerous stuff. And I take, let's see here. Let's see. I will take 175 pounds worth.
Okay, 175 pounds worth.
Yep.
Different sizes, or are you looking for bigger chunks, or?
I'm gonna try foraging with it and experimenting with it. So, honestly, probably smaller chunks.
Okay.
But if there's some big chunks in there, it's not a big deal.
All right. Yeah, you get 175 pounds.
Beautiful.
There's more than enough. There's an entire metric ton in there.
That's what I figured, and I don't know if I'll see this much of it again. I need to take
Probably
this.
not.
Dangerous to myself.
All right.
And then I'm like a kid in a candy store. I can't wait to wake up the next morning.
Well, you guys get a good rest. Korbin, were you doing anything after getting the money from your friend, or?
I probably would have just asked about if there's any other jobs.
She doesn't have anything. She says there's possibility that the mayor might pay for this. There was something that went on. A couple fishers went missing after bragging about having found something, cauldron that'll feed the whole town.
Okay, so yeah, well, I'll just go sleep and probably next morning
Okay,
go find him after
a
that.
couple of fishermen went missing.
Yeah.
Is one of them Bill Barilko?
I think, didn't we have Bill Barilko in the last one, in the last campaign, because of that?
I've never heard of Bill
Can't remember.
Barilko.
No, I think the closest thing we've had in any of the campaign was one of Foster's characters getting eaten by piranhas.
Oh, that was awesome.
Dove into a lake infested with piranhas. Character
Yeah.
dead.
They critted him in the water.
Right? It just fucked
Yeah.
him up. All right.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
quite unfortunate.
We
Yeah.
will say yes, one of them is Bill Barilko. And for any Canadians watching, you may or may not know the reference.
Any hockey players?
Why don't you explain it to me, because I'm drawing a blank.
He was Toronto Maple Leafs player who went missing while on a fishing trip.
Oh, okay. I see. Yes, okay.
And-
Like the song.
Continue on, Travis.
Yeah, well, it's a true story that they wrote about. And they didn't
And
win another
Cup
Stanley
until,
Cup
like,
until
he was found.
1963, the year that he was discovered.
Yes.
So did they like pull his bones out of the water, or how did that work?
I'm not sure.
Probably.
So we're gonna have to pull Bill Barilko out of the water to find this pot.
Cauldron.
All right, sounds good.
All
I'm
right.
down.
So, next morning, kid in the candy shop, what are you doing, Iggy?
Did he get all my stuff? Did he find a rat in a cage too?
Well, it's first thing in the
That's my
morning,
light
so he's having breakfast and then gonna go out and do this stuff for you. He does pay you for the notes, though, that he's looking over as he's eating, and finishes and gives you the money for it.
Yeah, and I end up giving him a fucking ton too, because I have to get the rest of the shit.
Yeah.
I'm down to 71 gold again.
Yeah, he gets you. It's 200, right, for the best thing.
175 for because it's not a live specimen.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about what I'm spending.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just checking how much that you would normally get paid if you had a live specimen. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was above that. Yeah.
yeah, I think 175 is fair. But yeah, hopping up out of bed, happy as a clam. What you doing?
I think I'll go with him to get the stuff
Okay.
because I think I got. I'm getting another goat. What was I getting? I can't remember. A goat, a rat in a cage, and then the science experiment stuff, and the kiln.
All right. Anyone else doing anything in the morning?
I'm going to the store to sell some stuff. And what sort of supplies would I need to buy for that lantern setup? Just 2 lanterns and
probably like rope and
No, I got leather working. Just get some leather straps, and then I can
leather
make
straps and and a lantern, and should be good.
maybe some scrap metal.
Yeah.
And you're gonna need to buy oil unless you have a light spell.
Yes. So scale mail, you can get 25 for that.
And how much is the 2 lanterns and all that stuff gonna set me back?
You're getting 2 lanterns?
Do you want bullseye or regular lanterns?
What do you think I should do? Just the one on the center?
Do you want headlights, or do you want like?
Yeah, I was thinking one on each antler type of situation.
Okay.
Headlights.
Like hanging on the sides. Yeah.
Okay. Headlights then are 10 each.
Okay.
You're basically trading the.
Yeah, and how much is oil? May as well get oil to settle the difference. So
Pretty sure it's it's a gold piece a pound. I think.
It is a silver piece per pound.
Oh, it's even
Pound
cheaper than I
flask,
thought.
yeah.
So how many pounds would that be?
So 1 flask will work for let's see, does it say in lanterns then?
I want to say it was like 1 flask for 8 hours.
6 hours per flask.
Even less.
Yeah.
Still pretty good. So you're 4 flasks for a day to run a day. So you're 5 flasks for basically it.
And how many silvers and a gold? Sorry.
10.
10.
10. Okay.
So you're talking 50 pounds of lantern fluid if you really want to.
Yeah.
Can we buy a barrel of lantern fluid at this point?
Probably doesn't come in barrels.
Can we just like put a barrel in our cart and
That
put...
seems dangerous.
You know what? You can get a barrel. You can get a barrel of whale oil, which would work essentially the same. Barrel is...
Whale grease is 75 gold.
Whale grease.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's different.
yeah, that is slightly different. How many pints in a gallon?
4?
4 pints?
This is like half a D&D is like
Or-
figuring out
Yeah. Figuring out, like,
Pints
converting to
gallons.
metric, basically, as well. There's a petition
1
to
pint.
get a metric conversion, too.
Oh no, it's like 8 pints. Yeah, so it's 8 pints.
Okay.
It's a gallon.
Times 40, and that's how much whale grease you can get, or whale oil.
Might be heavy. Might have to pull some stuff off the cart.
Yeah, I don't remember what the math was for the...
Yeah, but what if we made a contraption that just, like, went behind his antlers that just had like a reservoir of it?
That's an Iggy question.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, sorry, what?
What if we had like a reservoir behind his antlers that just had like it held
A
like
small
a
barrel?
reservoir of?
Well, let's see. I could
You know
do...
those kegs like on
Literally
the...
just put the fucking barrel
I'm-
behind his antlers.
He would not be able to carry that barrel. The barrel's too big.
We could do wine skins and repurpose.
No, I was gonna say, you know the little Saint Bernard barrels. You just do
Oh,
that
yeah.
to them.
Oh, around
Yeah,
the
but
neck
if it's
there.
nailed with like a flaming arrow or something, it's gonna blow his face off.
What was in
Even
time,
better.
huh?
I mean,
I wouldn't recommend that.
I don't think
He's gonna
anyone's
go.
connected to Elliot. except for maybe him. But
It's already dangerous enough to have the lights on his head, but yeah.
I mean, we're also adding in a pretty sketchy gas to the area too. So like,
Yeah.
with the Bane mask.
Yeah, we're gonna just light him up one day.
We haven't figured that out yet, though. We're missing a key mushroom ingredient.
Wait, does it happen to be the mushrooms that we had? Or wait, no, never mind. We didn't have mushrooms. We just figured out that they like to eat mushrooms because we tasted mushrooms in their pee.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was mushroom wine.
Yep.
Which has got to be absolutely rancid, actually. Mushroom wine.
So how much was that whale fat gonna cost? Sorry.
So we would go with, say, half, so 30 gold for a barrel of whale oil,
All right. Well, I could probably do that.
which is going to be about 120 pounds.
All right. Then it just depends how many days that it would take, or days that would take to fabricate. If I'm already using parts and I'm not fabricating it from scratch, I think that should affect the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess I'm not really making the lanterns, I'm just making the attachments on the horns.
Yeah, that would take you like maybe a day.
So you get headlights on them.
Sick.
How many days are we going to stay in East Haven then? Because I got another experiment I want to run with Deckard.
Well, were we running anything with the Chatelaine?
Oh right, you never got back to me, so Iggy was just going to do it on his own.
Yeah, no. He was in. I thought I had said that last episode. But
Oh, then I forgot. Sorry.
no worries, that was my bad. I should have messaged you back.
Well, I mean, you'll literally. I'm just going to hang it in the probably in the wagon.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be the rat hanging out in there with like a dangling shard of.
You can just fill me in on what you're doing, and I'll probably just mostly observe to see what's going on, so I can see how to treat myself.
Actually, you know what? I'll make a little vest with the Chatelaine in it, so it's touching the little thing's skin.
Okay.
I might need your help on putting a little vest on a rat. So.
Vest on a rat.
Measuring up a rat for a little rat vest that I'll make with my leatherworking.
Yeah.
What's up, sir?
How are you doing with your game?
Excellent. How are you?
So,
We lost some.
I don't know. I guess we'll roll for those later,
Movie.
or we can surgically implant it under its
Nice.
skin.
That you could do that, although I would not be the one to help you do that.
Who wants to
How
grapple
much?
with that?
How many gallons of whale grease or whale oil did we say we got?
So 40 gallons fit in a barrel.
Oh, I updated a few things, but I didn't fix the formula. I just realized that.
Right. Actually, I'm gonna go. Wait. How many pounds in a gallon?
So I said we would go with 120.
Seriously, Americans, like,
Three.
get with the times here.
Figure it out. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brad, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 3 times the number of gallons that we have.
Okay.
If
I
that
hate having
works.
to have 2 sets of
That
tools,
works.
one metric, one imperial. That's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah. So, Korbin, what are you doing this morning?
I'd probably go talk to the mayor.
Okay.
Just make my way to the mayor, see what's this is all about.
And then I'll say, I need to talk to you later.
I say, anytime. Just catch me at the bar, I guess, after I'm done this.
All right.
Because it shouldn't take me too long. I'll be there. Yeah. 20 minutes.
So-
I'll be at the bar.
Sounds good. You head over to see him. And he says, let's see. That's the execution. What's going on here? Down here is where it's gonna say. Okay, so he says, what can I do for you?
Said I heard about this pot that's making that Bill chart or something like that. Have his boat sink and all that.
Yes. There were a pair of fishers who bragged about having found it and then went to find it. Figure that out.
Well, did they say where they thought they found it to go find it again?
Yes, it was along the lake.
Which lake? Dinashare?
Yes. Just follow it to the east. Apparently, you'll find it over there.
All right. Is anybody that can take me to the east? A decent ship. Unless you guys are letting me take that ferry.
He says, I don't think a ship or a boat will work on the ice.
Fair enough. So just walk along the east, I guess, area.
Follow the shore.
Until we find something.
They said there was a rise where there were cliffs and a cave built in.
All right. Would you be able to since you know the area fairly well, could you just give me a little bit of an X so I can get an idea of where this is?
He says, literally just follow the shore. You
is it really far away?
Can't miss it. They said probably about an hour.
An hour? Okay. Kosher. What will you give me if I take care of this problem that's been... Or, like, do I find the fisherman and come back to you and get a reward, or...?
He says they've been gone for a 10-day. I have a feeling they're not coming back.
So I can bring back
not alive.
I'll bring back a piece of them.
Yeah, I'm sure that would help their families.
Sweet.
What, do you have any preference?
Any preference? Head, feet, couple toes?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay,
what would you prefer?
I'll just grab a couple fingers. I'll make my way back.
Okay.
Hopefully one has an insignia ring or something like that, and we're all good to go. We can tell who it is.
But in reality, we actually want the cauldron, but
yeah,
we're not there to say anything.
I am a very nice guy, and I go help people. That's what I do. As you can tell when helping you guys find that the Grey Dwarves that were being smuggled on the ferry, taking care of all this stuff for you guys.
Did you bring the thing with you?
Which thing?
Your thing.
Oh yeah, probably. I think he's always with me. Stiff Steve not flaccid anymore, so he's
did he make him wait outside?
I don't know. Did the mayor make him wait outside?
Probably, yeah.
Fair enough.
One at a time.
Stiff Steve's guarding the door right now.
Says,
fair enough.
Of course I'll reward you for bringing the cauldron back.
Well, I might just have to take a look at that cauldron because I am part of the university, and what we do is we do study stuff. So it might be more beneficial to everybody if we could take that ourselves and actually find out how it works. Then we can benefit society with it.
He says it would feed our town.
It would, but I could feed many more towns as well if I could figure out how it works.
He says I don't much care about the other towns.
Fair enough. So, since you're all about that anyway, how about I can use some of your leeway in, let's say, the stables, the wet trout, anything like that, where I can go and buy some supplies, and I could get a discount by using your name. How's that sound?
Says I don't control discounts. But
You're the mayor.
I'm the mayor, I'm not. If you bring the cauldron back to me, I can pay you 500 gold.
500 gold to feed a town. How much time does it? How much does it cost to feed a town? Per month, let's say. Let's put some money on this. Let's
strokes his scraggly beard and says, "Okay, I can see your."
Because what I could do is I could bring it back, but I can lease it to you. So you can still feed your town, and I can still make some money off of this. So it's a win-win.
I see your. You're someone who knows what he wants. And
I know when something's worth a lot.
Let's call it 1,500.
1,500. You still didn't answer my question. How much do you think it costs? Well, I know to sell it, but I was just wondering about how much it costs to feed a town for a day.
For a day? I don't know. I don't have those numbers on me.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll consider it.
What do you think?
I haven't had time to think about it yet. You're just putting me on the spot. That's kind of a dick move. But anyway.
You guys did you watch any Critical Role?
Not recently,
yeah.
No.
This is like give us the names of everybody on the Tal'Dorei Council.
Yeah.
One on that.
Fair enough. So anyway, I will consider it. But then again, my university does have to come first. So with my university, he wants to pay me $2,000 for the cauldron. You know, I might have to go lean that way. But we can always talk and make a deal afterwards.
All right. You know where I
am. That cauldron might disappear from the university and then just end up in your hands if the price is right.
I hope it does.
All right. I'm going to take my leave because I think I'm going to go for a nice hour-long walk to find some shaded cliffs in the frickin' icy fucking lake.
All right.
And then I'll walk out.
Okay. You head off with Stiff Steve?
Well, I'm not going to walk across the cliffs yet. I will go back to the bar to meet the guys. So yeah. I'm going to go start drinking at the bar.
Okay. And anyone else got something they're doing?
Did I get my science kit yet?
Yeah, it probably takes you about half an hour to get the kit, and then were you getting the kiln or no?
Yeah, I'm buying the kiln.
Okay, so that would be another probably half hour because you've got to go to basically the opposite side of the town to get to it.
Is my little bullywog guy here?
Yeah.
I'll make him do some of this stuff too.
Okay.
I'll ask him to get me some chloroform.
Jesus.
And a couple extra rats, because I'm not sure how much chloroform will drug a rat. So I can,
just in case it kills the rat, you need a couple extras. He'll do that for you, yeah.
All right.
It would be my pleasure, sir.
How much do you want for the chloroform?
What's up?
Let's say it's 5 gold. I don't know. 5 gold.
Here, I'll show you.
Well, I better get a fair amount of chloroform in this bottle then.
It's a decent amount.
Guys, right now.
All right. What should I do first? Because I guess Gamos has asked me to build him for his guy. Hi. And then, if Stiff Steve is around, I want to introduce him to his new goat.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring Stiff Steve. Well, we're at the bar. We're at the bar, so you can just... He's standing outside the bar.
Can I bring a goat in the bar?
Probably.
People probably give you weird looks, but yeah.
All right, and I'll explain to Deckard what I want to do here. I want to see what Stiff Steve will do when he's not directly informed by you. I would like to lock him and this goat up in one of those fishing shacks and see what happens overnight.
I cannot guarantee the safety of the goat. I was gonna say sheep, but the goat, right? I don't really don't think Stiff Steve will do anything. He's really like, unless he gets attacked, I think he's just pretty neutral about everything. So
Yeah.
Maybe.
he
Perhaps
might.
he has some hunger in him. I don't know. Also,
He
I
might-
didn't name this one, so don't worry if it doesn't come back.
Well,
This one's
he
not
might
me.
lay down
Okay.
to have a little nap with the goat.
All right.
Anyway, let's see what happens.
Or I guess we could lock it upstairs in the room with Stiff Steve. Although I don't want to get kicked out of the inn, actually.
Right, that might be a little bit some weird shit. The goat might be quite disturbed afterwards, so it might actually be violent.
Well, it's not my problem. I'll end up giving it to Lilith like the other two.
You'll give her an insane goat. Eh?
It's a scarred goat.
She already has the goat with asthma and the one that's got like mental scarring. So
Yeah.
What's another one?
What do you guys do?
But, I mean, if we're carrying them along with the cart, they'll just be food for the axe beaks.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Axe beaks will just. Oh yeah. They'll love it. Fresh meat that's moving around. Yes.
So how long are we staying in East Haven?
How long?
I'd say we go investigate the rumor.
Well,
With
what all do we have?
Aldrin?
Yeah.
Because it's not too far away. We could be there and back in the night.
Yeah.
All right. Do I have enough time to try to drug the rats and sew some black ice into it?
Yeah, you probably do. That shouldn't be a problem.
You know what? You wanted to put some black ice into the rat? I'm gonna tell Stiff Steve to do it, so he's gonna take some black ice and he's gonna take the rat and he's just gonna go
No, I'm not gonna
smash them
I'm
together.
telling you guys what I'm doing. I am just doing it on the table though, so like in the middle of the tavern.
That's just weird. So
Yeah.
my guy, I'll start singing about, I guess, sticking glass and rats. Black glass and rats. Sticking
Alright.
black
You
glass
want
and
to make
rats.
a roll or whatever for drugging the rat?
There's no roll really needed. So you're just giving it the black glass?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna try to put it out so I can sew the black ice into its back and see what happens.
Oh, yeah. The first one dies because you give it too much. But you figure out a dose pretty quickly.
You ever seen that Simpsons with the vet? And he's like, "This is the part of the job I hate," and then
When he
he
throws
throws the
it.
gerbil behind him into the garbage.
Yeah. It's got the little, what's it called? The basketball hoop, right?
Basketball.
Yeah.
All right, but do you want me to roll on sewing it up in the other one?
Yeah, give me medicine for sewing it up without
Right,
killing
so-
it.
I'll take out my Thieves' Tools amulet to find a steel skin, give it a little kiss, so I can guidance myself.
Okay.
Let's do this.
You got guidance?
Fuck yeah!
Man, I need guidance.
20. Nice.
God damn.
21.
Yeah, you sew it in easily, no problems.
I'm also not hiding the fact that I'm just pulling black ice out of my bag of holding.
I'm just hanging out at the table while he's doing this.
You watch me kill one rat.
Yeah.
The one that survives, I'll be like, "This one's Golmov Jr." And then I'll literally just hand the cage to you, and I'll be like, "We should probably watch what happens to this guy when he wakes up."
I'll just kind of like take the cage and just kind of like not sure how to react, if I should be offended or the fact that you're trying to like help in a dark way.
Because that 21 was so good, I've sewed it up into like a little happy face on the back there.
Stitches are a little happy face. Ugh. Alright. Well, I'm
And
gonna
then
drink
just for
with,
leaving before I can start hammering out headlights.
Okay.
Right.
You do some headlights and yeah. That you can do your Tinker's Tools with int.
Oh, are we going or are we staying? Because I didn't know if I had time to do that.
Yeah, what are you doing? When are you going?
Well, I mean, I feel like it wouldn't take
I'd
deep.
say as soon as we get the headlights on, let's roll
Yeah.
out.
Okay, I'll try to work on the jury rigging the headlights to his horns, I guess.
Okay.
You're rigging it?
Yeah, jury rigging? I don't know. I guess I'm not rigging the jury, huh?
Jerry rigging.
Jerry
Jerry.
rigging.
Why is it jerry rigging?
It's
Who's
German.
Jerry? Whose is Jerry, and why does he have this term named after him?
Well, Jerry apparently doesn't do things very well, so he just kind of half-ass it and puts
Yeah.
whatever he can together.
Jerry,
right.
from what my dad told me, Jerry was the name for, or the nickname for the Germans in World War II.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
And that's where they get the jerry can as well. The Allies didn't have jerry cans until they took some German tanks.
Interesting.
That's cool.
How about that, hey? You learn something new every day.
I'll
Yeah.
do the same thing for guidance. Getting my little holy symbol out.
Okay.
And Tinker's Tools. Is that just proficiency, or how does that work again?
Yes, proficiency and int.
Okay, so it'll be 5 plus 2. Okay. I'll just roll on int. I'll roll on int save because it's already 7.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, you're doing great.
29.
It is
So
perfect.
can I have like a steering wheel behind his antlers that I can like aim the antlers with?
A
He rolled a
steering wheel?
You got a roll for that?
That I'd say yes. Give me another roll.
I give him a little stink eye because I figured I already finished this, and then he's like, "Oh, and I want this too." All right, and then I'll do another guidance for me. 22.
Gee, that 22 is terrible.
Just awful.
So yeah, you get something rigged up so that it's not quite a steering wheel, but it's like the rudder on a ship, and it just turns them back and forth.
Perfect. And then I toss you 5 gold for the hard work.
I say, "Thank you, sir."
Okay, so now
How long would that take then? Do you think?
that would take probably 4 or 5 hours.
That seems reasonable. All right, now I guess what do we do with this goat? Leave it with, I guess we'll leave it with all the other goats. Lilith will tend to all the animals.
You just keep taking all these goats. Eh?
Just
You can
leaving
put 'em-
all these fucked up
Where-
goats with
everywhere you
Lilith. It's
turn
just
it.
like, thanks, Lilith. See you
There you
later.
Well, the rats too, eventually, right?
Oh yeah, you hand her the cage. It's like, goodbye.
I can't use this anymore. It's just, something's wrong with it.
Well, I mean, you need there's too many variables after an experiment like that. You
Yeah.
need a fresh.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You know what? I should actually. Maybe I'll draw plans for a chloroform bullet.
There you go.
All right. I guess we're gonna leave with Korbin then, because Corbin's the only one who knows where we're going right now.
And I just say we're we're having a nice walk along the beach, looking for some cliffs to go have a picnic under.
Oh, perfect.
Fuck.
All right, you
Who
guys
the fuck
pumped?
wants to
I'm
have a
pumped.
picnic?
What?
Who the fuck wants to have a picnic in this?
You don't want to have a picnic with me and Stiff Steve?
You
Why
hear
would
that,
you wanna
Elliot?
have
A picnic. Who's
Why would
bringing
you
the
want to have a
food?
picnic in the snow?
Well, this snow really doesn't bother me, so it's all right.
Well, it depends on how far we have to travel, though.
It's about an hour.
About an hour.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So hopefully everyone's ready to attack some giant cauldron monster.
I will put. How much oil do I have? 9. I guess I'll need a new thing of oil and hot rods.
Feel free to take it from the giant.
Refill your flask for that. Yeah.
Go nuts.
Nice.
My
Well, I got these in my. I'll use them up in my thing first. I'm gonna use one oil for his light, and then one oil for his oil spray.
All right. So I need to put these two.
And then I'll just wait for Deckard to start going.
If everyone's ready, I just start walking.
All right.
Me and Stiff Steve, we just love it.
That. Okay. So, you guys get to an area.
Oh yeah, the headlights.
Oh yeah, headlights. So,
That should be the episode name.
that should have been it. Oh yeah, headlights. Maybe I'll just change it. I'll just change it even though I...
Oh yeah.
So,
So we found some clippers.
you get to those cliffs. You have to go down onto the ice, but there is a pretty sheer cliff. You do see 3 openings above. About one's 20 and the other 2 are 30, I believe.
You take a good look at them to see which ones might have some, it looks like people have climbed up there. There might be a glint of something. Or do I just get to pick one and see and take a look at it?
Give me a perception.
Right. 23.
Oh yeah. You don't really see anything. It has been a few days and the wind has blown some snow in. But you do see some scratches on the wall going up to the first hole.
Okay, what about the other 2? There's nothing really...
Doesn't appear to be anything up to those ones.
It's probably in the other 2 holes, guys.
There is also the ground, the main floor entrance as well. Too small for Elliot to fit through. But
is he going to be able to get up to that top one, though?
Oh,
We have a solution.
probably not.
Oh, what's the solution? We're going to pull him up there by his horns?
We have fly or we have levitate. 2 different spells that I'm hoping will hopefully bring him up with me.
Maybe we should have
If you do levitate, we can actually put some ropes around his horns and just kind of pull him up, because he's not going to be that heavy.
Let's have our sneaky giant elephant man take a look inside.
Yes.
And I will pass him my steel mirror so he can look around corners.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Like Steel
there
King. Yes.
is only one of the 3 that Elliot would be able to fit through.
Do we think that it's going to be a big creature? If it's killing fishermen, it might be a big creature, so we might want to check the biggest cave first.
Unless it's a giant snake, then it can just slither through there.
That's true.
Or a giant
But we're not
rat,
in
they
Bremen.
can squish their bones together.
Does Golemov need a light source?
Yeah.
Yes. If I'm going by myself. Wait, no I don't. Wait. Meh.
Yes.
Wait, yes, maybe, no. Ah, goddamn.
Ah, gosh.
It's all of a debate.
No dark vision.
Yeah, I know, but I also... no. Not in front of everyone else yet.
Not anyone.
Okay.
Well, I ask you that. Do you see anything?
I will say yes, I need a light source, if you have one.
Okay.
Right, I'll put that, actually, do you have any brooches or anything on you, or anything small? I can
Probably.
put 5-foot light radius on an item for you. Or do you want me to give you like a copper coin?
I'll just
Oh, I don't have any copper coins. Shit.
Don't you have climbing gear?
yeah, I have plenty of stuff on my
it
character
on
itself.
climbing
Like,
gear or
I'm sure there'd
something
be
like
the
that.
buttons or something you can put it
Yeah.
on.
All right. And I wanted to give it something so you can cover it with your palm, so you can.
Yeah, I'm sure I have on my cold weather gear a button.
Oh
that
yeah,
I could
absolutely.
All right. I'll put a magical tinkering 5-foot light on there.
Okay.
Do you want one on like a? Actually, I'll put one on a ball bearing too. So if you want, you could throw the ball bearing in somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. Put the ball bearing light into my pocket and poke my head into the entrance. But before I enter, I'm going to roll a terrible stealth check because it's not bad. 17.
Okay. And which one are you going to? Climbing up
just
or
the
going through the main one?
No, just the closest one that we're in
Okay.
on the start here.
So this main one.
I would have told you about the one that had the scratches on it.
Yeah, I don't really.
If you
You
want
don't
to
really
climb up
care?
there.
Don't really
I
want to
don't
go
really-
through the one with scratches on your own?
Yeah, no. I'm okay.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Okay.
That's the one it's gonna be at. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one though. See if there's any movement or anything like that.
Okay. So, there is this icy path going through. So, yeah.
Those aren't other entrances. That's just not the light not lighting everything up, right? This
Right,
is all just
that's the
one path.
light not lighting everything up.
Okay, the small little edge there.
Speaking of Elliot too, I also have a block and tackle if we want to try to use that to lift him up.
Okay. So heading through, it is fairly. It actually widens up to. It's about 5 feet wide to get in, but then it widens up to about 10 feet, which is more than enough for Elliot to get through. It's just getting him through that first 5 feet. But you eventually get to a frozen waterfall. It is a waterfall that has completely frozen through. Let's see. It's about a 10-foot tall sheet of ice. And, yeah.
You said it's only about 10 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb it.
Okay. Give me athletics.
Can I make an argument for acrobatics?
Sure. Yeah. I'll go with that. With your
Oh my
monk,
God.
absolutely.
I didn't
It's
roll
an
for
8. Still only an 8, but at least it wasn't a.
It
one.
is a little slippery, and you fall back down. Luckily, the sheet of ice below you is thick, so there's not even a crack.
Do I
Just-
hear? I hear
Everyone
him
outside
fall?
just hears a.
Yeah,
Do we
basically.
hear anything, or can he muffle it?
He doesn't have slow fall yet, so it's a
Not yet.
it's a thud.
Is he within 60 feet of me or no?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. He's just out of range. You'd have to go into the mouth of the cave to do anything within 60 feet.
Okay.
No, never mind.
Knowing that
Right.
nobody saw my embarrassing mistake, I'm going to wave my hand at the frozen waterfall and continue forward a little bit further.
So the waterfall is the end of where you are, so you'd have to
Oh, okay.
climb up.
You'd have to climb it up. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't specifically bring. Do I have it on me?
So you got most of the way there. It just got too slippery. You got to a spot where it was just fell out of your hand.
Okay. Well, Yeah, I kind of do want to try climbing again. How about a 21 this time?
Oh yeah. This time you get up with one tiny little leap. And another
Elephant
sheet
jump
of ice. And then you see another opening into some snow.
Alright, I want to peer around into the... Or, no. I'm going to take the little piece of metal Iggy gave me, and I'm going to try and, like, put the ball bearing light up on it, so it kind of, like, reflects some of the light around the corner, and see if I can see.
Alright. So... let me scroll in here. And get this smaller, and light on through fog, on, and this. So you can basically get about that much light.
Okay. Kind of at that point, that's where I'm like, I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
So, just jump down the waterfall, and
Alright.
I don't know if you need me to make me do you need me to make a roll on the way down?
No,
Okay.
not to go down.
Because it's like about a 3-foot fall for me, because I am an elephant and I am 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Okay. So... oh, I gotta move you back down. That's why there's no light. There we go. So, where, what are you doing next?
I'm just gonna come out to the group and be like, yep, so there's a frozen waterfall in there, and a path deeper into the cave, but I didn't see anything else too interesting at this point.
Well, let's go up to that one with the scratches on it. I will start to climb up.
Oh,
Alright.
I'll see. Take this with you, and I'll give you a rope and some pythons. So you can tie a rope off for us.
Fair enough, because I don't know how good I'm going to be climbing up here. Actually, you know what? I will probably get my Stiff Steve, because he is very athletic.
Well, I have Hot Rod is literally just carrying around Lilith's climbing kit. So if you want to put that on Stiff Steve.
I'm pretty sure he already had one.
Pretty
Oh,
sure.
Stiff Steve's got a climber kit? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So can I just use my athletics for Stiff Steve to do a big climb up there and start setting all the ropes?
He probably has a better athletics than you do, actually.
Yeah.
He's got a +7. His perception is +8. I should get him to actually check things out.
So Korbin, you've got a, oh, I looked at the wrong one. I was looking at nature. I need to look at survival. Give me
Survival, I
one.
got a +4.
All right. Are you half proficient because of right? So you do notice, other than those scratches, you notice footsteps in the frost, basically old footsteps, but footsteps going down that area that Golomoth had gone.
Oh. Okay, so I was like, okay, there's scratches going into this one, but there is the footprints of somebody going into this other one. What do you guys figure? Do I know what those scratches are? Are they like tool scratches?
They
or are they claw
look more.
scratches?
They look more animal scratches, like claws.
Okay, I will say, okay, you know what, never mind. Let's go to where the Golomoth was.
All right.
This looks like there's something big and scratchy in there. Unless we want to go in there and then kill it first, and then it's not going to surprise us.
I'm gonna turn the lamps off on Elliot and just leave him at the door.
Okay.
And say
Which
if
one-
anything tries
one
to
could
come
Elliot
behind
come
us,
in?
kill him.
What one could Elliot get into? That one
I'm
we were going
assuming
into,
the
right?
one with the scratches.
The one just to the north of the one with the scratches. So
So that
that
would be
one
like-
is 30 feet up.
So we'd have to levitate him and then we'd jump down on stuff. whatever.
Is
the
it
fuck
possible that these ones are connected?
It's possible.
Because
You-
it is up to the north or left, where I'm assuming Golemov would have had to hop up in there, and it's also 30 feet up. So if they do somehow all connect, it's possible that it would probably be inside, but I don't know.
Are you guys down? I'm down with going up to the top one, pushing our big tank through, and then jumping down onto whatever we're gonna find.
Yeah, but they might be eaten. I just put all this work in his horns and stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah, let's just leave them. We don't want to get them stuck.
Okay. Don't want to get him
We're
stuck
leaving.
again.
Again. Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Well, do we have something like a? Well, we got swords and stuff. We could just chop his antlers down. He should be able to get through.
Well, I have a miner's pick. Oh no, I left it in the cart. Never mind.
Oh
Hey, you could pick out this entrance for him. Sorry.
All right, so you guys would just want to head up in there then?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. This main floor one.
The one that Golemov was in. Yes.
Okay. So, what is the marching order?
I'll lead through because I already went down this way.
Okay.
I'll be
I'll
in the
probably
back.
be near the end, since my guy
Alright.
sucks.
Actually,
Stiff Steve will be in front of me.
I'll be a little forward because I don't want to stand near Stiff Steve.
Okay.
Well, then you'll be right beside Stiff Steve because he's in front of me.
And Schemos?
Right, I'll be even farther back.
As far away from Stiff Steve as I can be.
Yeah, so there's just gonna be like a 10
You know
foot
what?
gap
I'll just
between
put
him and
Stiff
everyone
Steve
else.
in the back.
Okay.
He'll be behind me.
Stiff Steve in the back. All right.
Yes.
He's really creepy. We don't like what he whispers.
He's never
That's
whispered.
weird shit.
I think he even bugs Hot Rod.
He probably does.
So
yeah.
he whispers in what fucking like robot?
Yep.
Odron?
1 but he says it backwards.
Binary.
So it's 0 0 0
Yeah.
0 1 1 1 1.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Or he just keeps saying divide by 0 to Hot Rod. And we just
Yeah. No. All right, let's do this.
Divide by 0. Imaginary numbers.
Alright, pull my gun out.
Okay, so I need athletics checks from everyone. Golemov gets the acrobatics just because he's a monk.
Do I get athletics for Stiff Steve as well?
Yes,
Okay.
in order to climb.
I would like to assist
Alright.
everyone up getting up
I have
Okay.
or
climbers
climbing up myself.
here.
We could
Stiff
get Golemov
Steve
a rope.
gets say
So you said athletics?
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a rope up there and then.
Or
tie it
was
to the back on.
acrobatics the other option? Or no, you said
That's
Oh.
only for Golemov.
All right,
Well-
I got a natural 1.
So you do get advantage because Golemov is helping everyone before he goes up.
Oh, good. So me and Stiff Steve both got 17.
Okay.
15. Woo!
Well, actually, would I be able to do Stiff Steve again because it's a bonus? Let's do that.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. Because he could. Nope. Okay, it's both 17. All right. I got 2 1s and 2 17s.
Yeah,
Holy
the
shit.
one is representative of Stiff Steve expecting me to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
I don't
so.
think he expects anything, but he will look at you out of the corner of his eyes and give you a half smile where his mouth shouldn't be,
Oh no.
but it looks like it is.
Hot Rod still only got a 7.
Okay. Hot Rod's not getting up. He's gonna have to keep trying.
So he ain't no hot rod no more, that's for sure. He's a flaccid
I
rod.
have my climber's kit, so I could toss down the rope to him.
Okay. So that makes it quite a bit easier.
Oh, a natural 20 for Iggy.
There we go.
So 21, I think.
All right.
Now, can Hot Rod take the rope, I guess?
Yes.
Do I get advantage because I get the rope, or do I still only roll an 11 here?
11 is more than enough.
15 for Hot Rod.
All right. You guys get up. All you needed was a 10.
Woo!
All right, I tightened the little thing on his ankle because that's why I think he fell.
Okay. So, there are 2 directions to go, actually. You can continue going north, or you can go down this snowy, frosty pathway.
Can I get Hot Rod to look north with his bullseye lantern head?
Yes. He looks north, and oh, not too far. So, looking north, there is a basically an ice bridge up ahead, right here. That's 20 feet above this ice.
Do we see those footprints anywhere, or did we follow those?
So the footprints
good idea.
die off at the waterfall, and you don't see any more on when you get to the
base
top.
of the waterfall, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
at the base of the waterfall.
Okay.
So we're going the right direction, I would see.
Well, for the snowy area,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take my infusion off. The infusion's off of what I gave to Golemov.
Okay.
Actually, I'll take the one off the ball bearing.
Okay.
I'll put it on a different ball bearing, and I'll use my little clockwork cat to hairball fire it about 30 feet down the snowy area, so I can see if there's
Okay.
anything down there.
So 5, 10, 15, 25. Okay, so it gets to there, and there's a set of steps, and then it starts rolling back down. And probably ends up about there.
Steps in a cave, hey?
That is cave-like steps.
Very nice. Cauldron-like steps.
Anybody know anything about like building?
Building what?
Just building in general,
What
like
do we build?
Like
masonry or
structures?
something.
Like what?
No, masonry. So
Masonry.
somebody could check if that's like natural forming.
I'm gonna pretend like I do.
You might
What's
have
that
a
be
jack
under?
of all trades knowledge, actually.
Korbin definitely does. I'm assuming you do as well.
I think all bards get that, I believe.
Yeah.
What would I roll that? History?
Yeah, jack of all trades.
Yeah, history or nature.
Which one is better for me? They're the same, okay. History it is. Oh, baby, 21.
You
Oh,
talked
yeah.
to some builders in your time.
Yeah. So this was
Cave.
carved into the stone. It isn't like, it's definitely man-made, but it's not like man-made bricks put in.
Somebody put that there. Let's go investigate.
This is why we need a dwarf. They would have been like totally able to tell.
Yes, these rocks.
Okay.
Lead the way, Elephant Man.
And roll initiative, right?
Yeah.
Can I
Like,
listen
yeah,
for any sounds other than us?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Can I get Stiff Steve to keep his ear out for that?
Okay.
Because he does have much better perception than I do.
Okay.
So where is Stiff Steve? I will do that. His is... Yeah, his perception is +8, so... Even after... Oh, look at that. So, 26.
Okay. He hears
Or
some
25,
mumbling.
whatever it is. 25.
And some like scraping.
Okay, Stiff Steve stops everybody and goes...
What did
I'll
he
say-
just say?
I say he hears some grumbling and some scraping up ahead.
So, what's the plan here? Do we want to send the
Gotta be quiet. You can't be yelling so loud. There's people up there.
I can send him in invisible.
That's probably a good idea. Let's send him in while he's not.
Send the alpha
I
man.
can be invisible and punch things.
You are
heard it
invisible right
right.
now. Like, Jesus Christ, how did you
We
get
can't,
invisible?
where did you go? I must have already cast it.
In real life. It's fucking me up.
All right,
Sorry,
well,
just grabbing water.
that's the plan. Go on.
Little elephant man, I cast it.
You can invisibly trunk punch people.
Alright.
Oh,
I can
shit.
get behind this.
Right? I think every man could get behind invisibly trunk punching anybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to sneak up the stairs. Does invisibility give me
Advantage,
advantage
yes.
Okay.
So you used, Skamos, you used your wand?
Yes.
You have a wand of invisibility?
What's it look like when you're using this wand?
Well, I am casting. I'm telling. Let me see what instrument I'm using.
So, it's a conductor's wand.
Yeah, I'm playing a symphony with my drum. Actually, gonna do some nice little, just some rhythmic bongoing to get
Okay.
Gollum in the mood here.
Alright. And then Golemov disappears and is able to start moving up.
My stealth check is at 20.
Excellent. You are quiet as the night. So this is... so this cave is higher in elevation than tunnels leading to it, so you are another probably about 10 feet above where the waterfall was. Let's see. Fresh blood paints the icy floor, and all of the bones in there. There are knucklehead trout spines, humanoid skeletons in pieces, and bones of small animals and birds, along with scraps of clothing and armor and a few rusty weapons.
Hey, Brad.
Yep.
Did my Stiff Steve? Did we go on? Does he still have the grappling, or did we switch that to something else? I can't remember.
He does have the grapple.
Yeah.
When you get to level 6, you can choose a better grapple.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Just making sure, because I was
Right.
like, "Fuck, we talked about that," and I forgot. All right. All right. I'll be quiet. I'm done.
Okay. So, what are you doing in here, Golemov?
Pooping his
I would like-
pants.
Yeah, pretty much.
What the?
What is the one I have again?
So this is a concentration spell for up to an hour.
So I'm just gonna kind of like keep close to the wall,
Okay.
because I don't think I probably would have been covering up the light source for the most part.
Okay.
That's
Um,
bad.
and basically just had an arm on the wall
Mm-hmm.
and tried to track around the wall a little bit and make sure I didn't step on anything, any bones or anything.
We're looking right now where it's at a cave, an ice cave.
I'm gonna see blood and bones.
Just,
Yeah, there's a monster and they're eating people. So we're gonna go get him.
Oh.
Pretty neat, eh?
I'm just gonna make my way to see if I can like see
Yes, I
anything.
wanna laugh.
Okay.
I doubt that I can see very much, but
Not very much.
And even I can walk
can I
the
smell
road.
anything?
don't have my phone yet.
You can
Because
smell.
I have a keen
I
smell.
didn't know there
Give me
was a
perception.
monster.
With advantage because of keen smell.
Ooh, that was a good first one.
Yeah, 18.
Alright, so you can smell cooking meat.
Cooking meat?
Yep.
I'll like
What kind of monster
visibly be
cooks meat?
confused when I realize it's cooked meat, and see if I can see a light source or anything up ahead.
It's a fireworm.
Looking around the corner, it's tough to see because it kind of curves away with some more stairs. And it is about here. Sorry, I have to find this. All of a sudden, a bunch of the bones and one of the larger weapons starts to make noise as they get together and creak and look around.
God. Is it like visible magic that this is happening, or is this just like all of a sudden you start hearing bones assembling?
You start hearing bones behind you crumbling together.
Alright.
And everyone else hears bones ahead crumbling together.
Oh god.
I'm gonna assume Golmoff either did something really smart or something really stupid.
Okay. Is anyone investigating?
I guess
I don't hear any screaming. I'm just gonna wait.
I'll have Hot Rod will look up the stairs.
Okay. I'm gonna grab you guys and move you.
No, just shine up, not walk up there.
Right. I just need to get you guys up to that level.
I said no more phone.
So, just to get the light there. Oh. That's not what I wanted.
Okay, bye guys.
Bad news bears, I guess.
Yeah.
Connor, we want Frank Cam. He's right there.
So,
Who's it?
from here, he can't quite see what's making the noise. So you gotta move further in?
Of course.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'll just have him look up there.
So, let's get some initiative.
So.
Ooh,
far-
baby. Not 20, so 22.
Oh, nice. I got 22 or 20. 22. That's awesome.
7.
I am going to take a step forward, or well, I guess I don't. I guess we're in initiative, so I can't do
Yes,
this.
initiative.
Never mind.
Did Golomov roll?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just 12.
All right. So, Skamos, what are you doing?
So, can I see anything
From where you are?
from the lamp? Or so is Hot Rod lighting anything up that I would be able to see if I moved?
You can see Golomov. That's it.
You can't see me. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
that's true.
I'm
He's
invisible.
invisible.
He's invisible.
So we can't see shit.
I guess we just see blood smears because the bones.
Would we not have seen
together,
the
right?
bones? Or no, the bones have already moved, so we wouldn't have
Bones
seen
have
Yeah.
already moved, yeah.
Yeah, Hot Red only told him to look up there after we heard stuff.
Right, okay. I don't know if there's anything. Can I hold this an action?
Sure.
Casting Cloud of Daggers as soon as I see a monster.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
All right,
And then
and
that'll be my turn.
next is Korbin.
All right, I'm gonna hold my crossbow ready for
Okay.
when I see something. Oops.
No, we lost him.
Uh-oh.
We lost him. Lost you.
Oh, we
You
didn't hear
for a
what you're gonna
second.
do.
Yeah.
Lost me? What?
Yeah. Ready your.
Oh, jeez.
You ready your crossbow?
Ready my crossbow. I'll have Stiff Steve move up a couple spaces to get kind of in front. Not in front of everybody, but probably beside Scamco's there. Just to be nice. He might even move 5 feet away from him if we can.
The only
There's
way
no more
to do
space.
that is to move up in front of Hot Rod.
Alright, he'll stay there for the time being.
Okay.
And then
Holy hands.
You get to hear some whispers there, Skamos.
I will give Skamos Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, that's,
Okay.
That's so kind.
Because I'm going to give you the Bardic Inspiration that the way Steve does. So I'll be like...
And I just hear it from two sides. I'm like,
I'm creepily inspired. This is very strange.
All right.
I feel all right.
You're right. It's like it kind of, they balanced each other out. It's really weird. It's almost like one whisper.
Squeeze that down.
Hello, Franklin.
Okay. And then Golemov.
I'm going to move very slowly. Well, I'm going to take one 5-foot step up.
You should barrel roll.
Up.
Or down, I guess, back towards the party.
Okay.
You're talking west or east. East,
Southwest.
north, never east, southwest. Yeah.
West. Yeah.
West.
And I am going to, can I actually see the thing that it...
No.
like, does it
Even
have
if
to
you
be
let
a
go of, even if you let the bead in your hand shine, it doesn't quite reach it.
Okay.
You should throw that bead towards it.
Pretty sure that I can...
We're just taking another step.
Right. Don't be a bitch.
You're invisible. What's the worst that could happen?
And if it tries to attack you, throw the bead.
Do I need to make another stealth check at this point in time or anything?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Throw the bead.
Because
if you throw it about 15 feet or something like that, you can always go pick it up again, right?
I don't have it.
Yeah,
I don't have
got rid of
the one that lights up anymore.
Oh, well,
He just has the button.
Yeah.
You think?
In that case,
But what
it's
I'm gonna
pretty
say-
obvious where you are. If you're letting go to show anything, to see.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I am not. No, I am
Okay.
not at this point in time.
You're just in the
Um,
light from Hot Rod. Or some of it, maybe. It's probably going
Well,
over your head.
Visible.
Yeah.
So then, even if you had the light showing, it wouldn't be that aware because he is invisible, right?
No, but what I am going to do is I am going to telepathically speak to Skamos and be like, something spooky happened up here, and I have no idea what it is.
All right, and I'm gonna relay
that's
that.
three
message
voices.
13.
That's 3 voices you're hearing now.
You're casting a spell, though.
I'm not casting a spell.
No. Skamos.
I'm concentrating.
Is it vocal or somatic or what? What is Cloud of Daggers?
Oh no, clouded. I'm not concentrating on clouded daggers. I'm concentrating on invisibility.
Yeah.
And it was touch.
But but Cloud of Daggers, if you're casting it and you're
No.
speaking to cast it, then you can't tell us.
Yeah.
It is...
He can do fingers up. He'll be like, jazz hands. That means Cloud of Daggers.
Where does it say what it is?
Should say
The
V,
conjure-
S, or M.
Or all of them.
Yeah.
It's all of them.
It's all of them? Okay. Yeah, you can't speak because you need your mouth to be able to cast the spell. Otherwise, you can drop the held action to speak.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We already know there's something spooky up there. We figured that one out.
All right. Okay. You doing anything else there, Golemov?
That's a good, like, I just don't know what else I could or want to do. I don't want to try and punch this thing by myself. But I also don't want to move back towards it. Or like back towards the root because I want to punch it from behind.
Yeah.
Downstairs.
So I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna say, I guess, is there any limit on that? I don't think there's any. No, there's nothing. There's no limit on telepathy, right?
It would just be
Words.
range.
Just the range, okay, and I'm in range. So I'm gonna tell, I'm going to further tell Scamos that I'm gonna stay up here. When you guys push, I'll attack from behind.
So
And-
I can predestitation, right? I still can't say that
Prestidigitation.
word. Predestidigitation. So we're waiting. We can't see it, right? But I could try to almost get it to come out a little bit more if I do a little puff of sparks or something there that it might want to come check out, or a puff of smoke or something. You...
So. So the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold my action until I see the whatever it is move towards the group, or some kind of signal that they're moving in. You know what I mean?
Am I able to like
Walking
sort
behind.
of like put my hands forward to tell like the group to go when I hear Connor tell me that?
Can't do
You
nothing.
could. You need vocal somatic. I think you only need one free hand.
Said it was all.
Yeah, you only need one free hand to do somatic components.
So if you don't have, if you have another free hand, yeah. If you don't have a dagger or weapon in it, you're golden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm telling the group to move up with my one hand.
So then next is Iggy.
Well, I ain't going forward. Can I get a bead on like being able to shoot up there?
Not from where you are.
If I walk down one, like south one.
South one, you can get a bead on where Golemov is, but you don't know that he's there. So if it steps out, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready an action to shoot something that steps out, and I'm going to tell Hot Rod to take the dodge action.
Okay, Hot Rod also is directly in your way. To shoot that high, you would be shooting through him.
I'll just shoot under him.
You'd have to move up to his square to do that. You could get him to move, like, all he has to do is move, like, right there. And he's barely any closer, and he's out of your way. You're muted.
Oh, I'll go right behind him so I can shoot through his legs then.
Okay.
And can you get him to turn to the left if he's down?
probably-
No, I'll go down one though. So I'll keep on that angle.
There's not really any room.
Remember, I am small. If I can hide in that little alcove.
It's less than small. You'd have to be tiny to fit in that alcove.
Nah, I don't want to move forward. I think I'm in range right now.
Okay.
Can I just stay where I was? Like, I thought I could move down there. I'll stay where I was originally.
Right.
If I can shoot through there, yeah.
From here, you can shoot. Yeah, with him moving 5 feet over, you can shoot it.
All right, and then I'll tell him to be a dodgy boy.
All right. And then a creature steps out with a loud thump as its feet hit the ground.
And here we go.
And all right, I think there was supposed to be a
Lot
cloud
of
of
daggers.
Haha, you're no
Yeah.
longer invisible, Golemov, right?
Yeah,
No, it's
Yes.
not. Oh yeah, it is
a
concentration.
lot of daggers is concentration. Yep.
And the wand
shit.
doesn't.
Still, he was. unless the wand is able to maintain concentration itself,
Nope.
which, from my understanding, normally only sentient weapons can do
I
that.
did. I've done that so many times with casters.
I was expecting that, but I would still like to bop him in the ass
Okay.
after the cloud of daggers.
So
That was 12 damage, by the way. I was too busy dying.
12 damage.
laughing.
Okay.
Pretty good damage though.
Yeah. So put some there. And booping him from behind.
Oh, where is it? I swear I was prepared for this. Oh, I crit him.
Okay.
Hey.
Crit.
A
Put away the old crits last week. Okay. So, that is soften them up. Double damage, and the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a fail, they have disadvantage on saving throws until the end of their next turn.
Punching him right in the butt.
Yeah,
Right in the cloaca.
right in the cloaca. I
Um,
like cloacas.
So if it's double damage, is it just 2d plus 8?
So you would roll
Or you want me to roll the 1d8?
roll 1d8 and then double it.
I'm just gonna roll that. And take your pick of which one that is. The
Okay,
6
we'll
or
go with the first one since it's the first
Okay.
one that hit. So-
4, and then well, it's
So
plus
it'd be 8.
4.
Yeah. So it would be 8 times 2 is 16.
nice.
So, and then were you holding your action too, Iggy?
Yeah, I was gonna shoot him.
All right.
Then I started blasting. Oof, only a 12.
12 is not a hit. That is a miss. It pings off one of the bits of scrap armor that he's wearing. And then...
Probably deflected off one of my daggers.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
one of the daggers just...
Just chopped that lead.
You just glare at me. It's like I'm trying.
Oh, right, I don't have bullets. I have repeating shot. Well, it just chopped away the magic.
So, this frost giant skeleton has a creature right behind him that hit him. So he's going to swing that great axe at you with a 24 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
It is because he's huge. So, it's not that bad at first. 16 damage.
At first.
He
At
just broke
first.
your eye socket. You know, it's cool.
And then he rolls his second attack, which is much worse. 14.
That is a miss.
Okay.
Yay!
So you managed to dodge out of the way of the second one. It does not have room to get out of the way of the cloud of daggers. No matter where it moves, the cloud is going to be hitting it. So,
Hell yeah. Let me just roll that real quick here.
yes. Oh, yeah. Start of its turn.
11.
Another
Oh,
11.
fuck. I guess that probably no, that's not. Never mind.
In the blender.
And
Frost Giant Blender.
you are at
Yep. Blended frost giant.
20.
Like a smoothie.
Okay, so back up to Skamos.
Another one. 13 damage.
No, it's on his turn.
No,
Is it not my...
No,
no,
it's
it's
the first time he enters, and then at the beginning of each of his turns.
So then I'll maintain my Cloud of Daggers.
And you don't need an action to do that. You just
I don't?
concentrate on it.
No.
Nope.
Just don't count. Just don't cast another concentration spell.
Right.
Unless
Can
you
I
want
cast
to do
another
something else.
spell that's not concentration then?
Yep.
Yes.
Do I have another spell?
Most of your cantrips are probably not concentration. And you do have Firebolt, I think.
I think there's only a few cantrips that do. Like, I think True Strike, Green Blade, Booming Blade, Flame, and stuff, those are con. I think that's it.
Yeah.
And like Light and Dancing Light. No, the Light isn't, but Dancing Light is.
Right, but the alternate light that we have in this campaign is concentration.
We're gonna try and do Firebolt.
Okay.
Ugh. No, that's not gonna hit. That's a 10.
Nope. That is a miss.
And then for my bonus, I'm gonna give Gollum off a Bardic Inspiration because he's looking a little beat up in there.
Okay. So inspiration. Your inspiration is still a D6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I took the wizard level instead of the
right. Korbin, is yours still a D6 or has it gone up to D8?
You're also muted.
You're still muted.
You muted it in Discord.
There we go. Fuck. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, got all those.
Fuck. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Your Bardic Inspiration. Is it D6 or D8? It'll be under features and traits.
Or actions.
Bardic Inspiration. Mine still says 1d6.
Okay. Just making sure. So, Korbin, it is your turn.
I suppose holding my action won't work anymore because I won't be able to see him. So I'd actually have to move up and then shoot him. So I'll move up and...
Yeah, you'll have to move up past Skamos to be able to see him.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do that. If I'm going to do that, then I might as well just do Phantasmal Force. And
okay.
The illusion's going to be him being crushed by a giant foot.
Okay. And what is he... What's his save?
Intelligence 14.
Okay, intelligence. And he rolls a 17.
Did he pass his save, Honor?
Yes.
Okay.
So he passed, eh?
He passed.
Son of a bitch, he's a smart guy. So he gets a 1 point of damage then.
All right.
Because that's halved, right?
He is not a smart guy. It was a lucky roll.
Hold on, let's see. That is right.
He might take nothing.
Yeah. Oh, this spell has no effect on undead or constructs. So can I just take that back then?
Yes.
Because I did not know that it said that. I would have known that it would.
You would have known that, yeah.
Okay. Instead, I will just shoot him.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
No worries.
Yeah. So 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Good stuff. 4 damage.
4. That D6 was better than the last D6.
Right, what?
There.
I forgot what my Stiff Steve was. I think he's
He cannot grapple huge creatures.
No, I know he can't.
Okay.
And I was just thinking how much we got 20 feet. He's not really a tank either.
No.
You can just leave him.
Yeah. Unless the guy starts coming down here, then he'll get in front of me. Can he kind of like... is that holding an action? So that if, let's say, the thing starts coming down, he'll run in front?
He cannot use move as a held action.
Can't use move as a held action.
So he would have to do it right now.
Are you guys opposed to having him get in front?
Not our decision, it's yours.
I'm going to have him move in front of me.
Okay.
So I can always get him back after a long
I don't think the big guy can move down the stairs.
There's no room for him to get down the stairs.
Okay, wonderful. So, but he might be able to throw something.
Might be able to, yeah.
Yeah, like a bone or something. Even though it is really cold in there, and I don't know how big his bones would be if they've been thrown around.
Alright. So, is he going to use the dodge action?
Who?
Stiff Steve.
Does he have a dodge action?
He should.
Yeah, anybody can do that.
Okay. Yeah, he'll hold it, or he'll use the dodge action.
Okay.
If he needs to.
Yeah.
That'll just up his disadvantage on attacks on him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll do that for sure.
So, Golemov. This thing just bashed you with a great axe that is as big as you are. Well, maybe a little smaller because you're a big guy, but
That's a 7-foot axe.
yeah.
Kick his ass, Seabass. Trunk punch him.
Would I know if the if his axe has reach?
As long as his arms are, yes, it's likely got reach.
Okay.
And I can always healing word you in a bit here too. Next.
So I can do that. Screw it. I am going to punch him several times.
Okay.
Is what I am going to do.
Don't forget your mobile.
I know exactly. That's why I am punching him.
Ah,
several
yeah.
times.
Have to hit first, right?
Nope.
I just have to attack him.
Mobile is like seriously underutilized.
So I'm gonna make my first attack with a quarterstaff. For a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That might hit.
You're a
takes
kneecap
7
him right now.
damage.
7, okay.
And then I am going to. I don't even need to use my anything because mobile's just straight up the disengage for me there. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to give him a good old kidney jab too here.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Yep.
Excellent. It does max damage at 8 damage.
Alright.
And then, as I am a mobile monk, I am going to simply take a step back and around the corner, kind of.
Okay. Are you going fully around the corner?
No, like, so probably 2 squares north is what I was thinking. Sorry, not that corner.
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, I guess I could turn on some combat music.
Boy, you don't like this little...
Soothing.
It's very soothing.
Much nicer than the soothing music.
Chill battles to the death.
Yeah.
Very relaxing, actually, yeah.
Okay. Iggy, you're up.
Do I have a shot on this guy since he's big?
Yes. If you move... Well, you do have a straight shot. If you move up one, you can shoot through Korbin's legs so that you don't have his back directly in front of you.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. Oh,
That's gonna scare the shit out of my guy.
No warning, just right by the back.
Right? Like there's a hole in my pants? Like, what the fuck? Thank God it's cold in here, right? Otherwise, oh Jesus.
Wow,
This could have went bad.
rolls. Oh, it's only a 12 again.
No, that's a miss.
And then I'm gonna tell, for my bonus action, I'm gonna tell Hot Rod, light him up, boy.
All right. Is that 10
Hot
feet?
Rod's gonna. It's a 15-foot cone, so I can do it without. Actually, no. I'll do the straight across spray because I can't even see Golemov right now.
All right.
Does he still have disadvantage on his save?
Until the end of their next turn. So, yes. It
No,
hasn't.
or does he? Okay.
Wait, no. No, because he finished his turn after Golemov there. So, no, he doesn't have disadvantage.
All right. DC 13 dex save, and then hot oil is going to spray out at him.
He's really good at
Fiery
these
oil.
saves. And he saves.
Probably.
Nope, he does not save.
Oh,
With that
nice.
4,
1d8 plus 3, and he falls prone.
and he falls prone.
Yeah.
wow.
He slips in the hot oil, and he's burning.
Oh,
In a blade storm.
It's basically grease on fire, right?
Yeah, 8 fire damage.
8. Okay.
We're making hot frost giant blender soup right
Probably,
now.
if he's got like flesh and stuff on him, it probably does like fry it a bit. So it's like got like a little bacon smell going on right now.
He
Right?
does
like yum.
not seem to have any flesh on him.
Well, I don't know what frying bones smells like, so we'll have to make that up.
You've never made a stock and then gotten too low?
Not frying it in oil.
Okay.
I guess it'd be like in a beef infused oil, maybe.
So
Weird.
he
I don't know what that smell
is going
Gonna
to
take 13 points of damage, or do you want me to re-roll that?
We can go with that 13. That works.
And he's. How do you want to do this?
Nope, not yet. So he's going to take a step forward so that he can see someone. And he's going to look at a fleshy creature. 1-2 is Skamos, 3-4 is Iggy, 5-6 is Korbin.
Now, before we do that, where's the light source coming from?
The light source is coming from
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod, but there is also a bead with light next to him.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say if that was the only source, then he would not actually be able to see the people behind it because he'd be blinded by that one source coming from it.
Right. And I agree with you, but there is a bead right there.
Okay, no, fair enough. You sons of bitches.
So he does see Skamos. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good thing I have a +0 modifier.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Jesus Christ.
20's one.
Did he get up yet,
He
or
got so far?
is he doing this on his tummy?
That's
He did get
natural
up.
20 so far.
Jesus, nice.
So, lucky for you, there is no effect on a success.
Woo!
Because that would have been a lot
No effect on a
of
fail, you
a
mean?
lot of dice that gets rolled on that.
I'm
So
yeah.
happy.
So,
I don't have a lot of
Skamos.
health.
What was gonna happen? He's throwing something, or do we know?
He looked at Skamos and his eyes glowed blue.
Oh, shit.
You would have got really cold.
Not today, blue eyes.
Yeah. Did he like feel like a chill or something, and then?
Oh,
Nine
yes.
blue eye.
Away?
There was a chill for sure.
But then you were like, man, I'm standing beside Stiff Steve. He's like, not so bad. Kind of creepy. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Yeah, not really feeling it. We're gonna try and see if we can roll better for the firebolt this time.
Okay.
No, we were first.
All
None
right.
of the range attacks a hit at all,
Okay, no, that's not it. Okay.
Really smart.
except for the oil.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna use my bonus action to do the really nasty bardic inspiration on him, unsettling words. So I'm gonna roll a d6 and see what he gets for his saving throws.
All right.
4 -4 on his next
Okay.
saving.
What
throw.
unsettling words do you say?
I say that he probably looks better now without skin than he would have when he had skin.
It grunts.
That's what I thought.
It also doesn't understand common, but it knows something unsettling was said.
Perfect.
So, Korbin.
Would I be able to move past these guys? No.
Yes, you would be getting into range, though.
Yeah, 'cause if I get into range, let me just see how much. My Thunder Wave is 3d8.
Yeah?
That might kill him. I'm gonna do it.
Possible. Okay.
I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna Thunder Wave his ass. It's a con save of 14.
Con save of 14, -4.
He got a -4.
He
Yeah,
gets a
he's
-4 because of Skamos. So his
Yeah,
total
that's-
is 4.
That was some clutch, clutch words there.
Yeah.
Well, I got 9 points of damage.
9, so definitely not going to kill him, but it's 9 damage.
Oh, it fires him back though, doesn't
Yes.
Hold on a sec.
Look at this again.
Would he take more damage from the blade since he's being launched through them?
No, they're basically staying right there because he can't move. He can't move back. So I will give him 2d6 extra damage. So you can roll him 2d6 too.
Oh, sweet.
From slamming into the wall.
Another 5 points of damage.
Alrighty.
He's hurting.
He's
And
very hurt.
If Stiff Steve can squeeze by me or no?
He cannot. But
Stiff
there
Steve
are chunks of this skeleton missing.
I hope the blender gets to finish him.
I was hoping I could, but that's too bad.
You can risk an attack of opportunity to give Stiff Steve room.
Oh, I don't know if my character will be able to survive that. Right, that's the thing. Is there anything for Stiff Steve to pick up to throw?
Make a snowball.
No.
Can Stiff Steve break his hand off and throw it at him? Or is that an action?
That would be an action and cause lots of damage and probably not possible. Even with his
Steve
strength.
is just gonna stare at the thing.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it. He's gonna stare at him and go and then smile at him through the side of his mouth.
Okay. So Golemov.
Well, I don't know if I need it though. I don't think I need it.
You don't need a kill?
No, I was going to use my bonus action to hide and then get advantage to punch it, but I don't think I need advantage to punch it. I think I'm just gonna go and punch it.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
All right.
Well, not
Doesn't
just...
your staff hit harder?
Yeah, sorry. My staff first, and then my punching after.
Okay.
So my first attack at it will be a 25 to hit.
Oh,
Hits.
jeez.
We're gonna do 12 damage.
Okay. How do you do this?
Right through the back of his head.
Well, I was gonna say, snap its spine, like snapping a.
Like a xylophone going all the way down?
Or, well, kind of like, you know how like when you would chop like a plank of wood in half, just like do that with the staff.
Right.
Just two-handed right through the spine. Just.
All right. That top half is pretty loud when it slams into the ground, and yeah, you take this thing out.
Dun dun dun. All right, Stiff Steve's gonna be looking for that pot.
And then, wait, there's Cloud of Dagger still there, though, chopping the shit out of the bones.
Oh, so we have to wait for that to leave then.
Or he can drop it.
It's until Skamos feels like it. Or 10 minutes.
I mean, it's pretty cool looking spell, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it just casted less than a minute ago.
So can Stiff Steve start looking for that stuff?
He can. There is more of the cave, though.
Well, he'll start checking in these where he can in these bones here.
Okay. Give me a perception.
Sweet. So that'd be 15 plus 7, so 23.
Okay, 23.
22.
22? Okay, my
22.
My English is bad.
I gotcha.
Math is hard.
Math is hard, English is bad. School was a long time ago.
So there is nothing in there. There's like rusted weapons that aren't going to do any good. This great axe works, but it's way too big for any of you to wield.
What about Stiff Steve? He's got some huge strength.
He doesn't have high enough strength.
Are you kidding me? He's got 18 strength.
He doesn't have high enough strength.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I was just talking shit anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So there's just a bunch of bones, eh?
Just a bunch of bones.
Son of a bitch. Does anybody have like magical items? See magical items?
You give me 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you want to do that, we could roll around for 10 minutes.
I'll pull out my little magic detector and I'll tweak it on for.
By the time
I have to adjust it.
By the time you get here, you are smelling the cooking meat as well.
Oh, do we know where that's coming from?
It smells like it's close.
I'll just follow my nose.
So I want to walk back over to the group, and so I was be like, so anyone got an ice pack and like have like a black eye from the show?
Oh, do you want me to give you some healing? Are you all right?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Okay, I'll give you a cure wounds.
Okay.
For 1d4 plus or 1d8 plus 4, so you get 8 points back.
Yep.
All right.
That's cool.
Hot Rod's not on, so he can put.
I'll give him one of those too.
Oh, okay.
I'll give him a D8 plus 3.
Okay.
No.
And ooh, you got 10 from that one.
Oh Jesus, you're much better at this than I am.
I'll just look at him. So is this just gonna be the dick measuring contest now?
I mean,
Apparently, I'm gonna say it's
mine was
fucking.
10.
It is very cold out here. It's very cold right now. Come on.
I was
All right. I appreciate both of them.
It's like that George Costanza, right? That's exactly how I'd be doing.
I was in the pool.
No, come on. All right, so I guess we're following the smell.
But
Yeah, but the real question
it smells
is,
like.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah. Also, it smells like there's cooked meat nearby, and that's about it.
So we're thinking there's no way the fisherman made it through that giant thing, right?
No.
Probably
who's
not.
cooking the meat?
Like,
Do we see
Like
any
the-
human bones around here?
Oh, there's lots of human bones.
do I see
Did,
like a bloody hockey stick or anything?
You do not know.
Are there any other footprints or anything else that we can tell that there's something else been kind of around here?
Nothing that you're spotting.
No secret doors?
No secret doors. So following your noses takes you into here, and let's move you down one level.
And initiative.
There we go.
Hey, it's my pot!
So
I'm so taking this.
I did not turn the light on this. And light through fog on. And there is an old woman standing there.
Do we happen to see these guys up north here? As we're walking in?
Yeah.
I've got a, yeah. So we got some skinned guys up here and some old lady.
Some flayed bodies. A table with a flayed body on top. And there are, there's this little old lady stirring the pot.
So do we know what she is? Is she an elf? Is she human? Is she a dwarf? Is she giant?
She is a decrepit old woman, human.
Human.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Wearing tattered furs. You can.
I'm gonna look at the pot.
Natural 1. 8.
You got no idea what's going on here.
And I try to mind link her.
You can. She says, "Welcome, dearies. Would you like some soup?"
I'm gonna ask her.
Human in the soup.
Oh yeah, same difference. I had the same thought.
She smiles.
I'll just ask her. I'll go. Is this fisherman's soup?
She smiles and says, "Why, yes."
Oh, I love fisherman's soup. What kind of fish did you put in it?
There's no actual humans in our party, I don't think.
When you ask that, you see a human foot float to the top. And
I know. I just wanted to see what her
back down.
reaction would be. That because I was playing on the words fisherman.
She just smiles.
And chuckles. Eh?
How can I help you, dearies?
I'm gonna say you should probably strain that soup.
Well, no, you want to suck the meat off the bones, right? That's the best part.
It depends on how long it's been cooking for.
She says,
You know, there's some of those old stories where
Wait. Did I get to see the foot? Because
Yes.
I'm proficient with cooking tools. So can I make a chef's educated guess as to how long that's been cooking?
Yeah.
Just by seeing the meat?
Yep.
All right. What do you want for that? Like an int or something, or?
Int works, yeah.
See, I think this would be more like one of the soups.
Oh, I thought that was a 1 again. 12 only.
These are the soups that are in the actual old school like taverns and stuff like that they never actually emptied. So they just keep putting.
They just keep putting more stuff in.
It's a continual soup, right?
Yeah.
Perpetual soup.
It looks like it's been in there for quite a while. It doesn't look like it's mixing in well. The foot is taking the heat, but it doesn't look like any of it is getting into the soup.
Well, that's fucking weird. Would I know why?
That would be your failed Arcana check.
Would I know
Can
why?
I detect magic? Or did we already try that here?
No, I didn't have enough time.
Can I figure that this would be the pot I'm looking for?
It's possible. You want to say that?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking it for sure. Could I do an Arcana or a History?
Yeah, you could do Arcana.
Arcana? Because I'm pretty sure this is what I'm looking for. Natural 1, motherfucker. This isn't the pot, guys. This is
not the pot you're looking for.
You can see on the side it says Staub on it, so it's high quality.
High quality Staub pots.
She says,
beautiful cast iron.
How can I help you, dearies?
I say, well, I'm looking for what is it called? The pot that never empties, right? The pot that can feed a city over and over again.
She says, oh, the Cauldron of Plenty.
That's what I'm looking for.
Oh.
I'm a university professor. That means I'm all smarts and stuff. So,
I go, actually, he's just an associate professor.
No, I'm a full-fledged professor. My associate's over here, and I'll point to Stiff Steve. And Stiff Steve will give her a little...
Can I ask her, do you mind if I go by you and examine your pantry there?
I'd imagine she'd blush from that fucking statement right there. I'm gonna look at you and go, Jesus Christ, man.
By all means.
Alright. Can I go over there and start chatting with her about the pot and the history? And I'm just gonna I want to know about it for my book.
How many bodies are there?
There are 4.
Can I tell how they were killed?
One of them was probably killed by that. Well, 2 of them actually were probably killed by that skeleton. The other 2 is indeterminate.
Would we be able to kind of decipher that she's a necromancer? Or has the magic abilities to actually raise the dead or whatever the fuck else? A skeleton?
You could try.
Could I just straight up ask her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you raise that skeleton?
She says no.
No. Do you know how to?
No, that is not my specialty.
Oh. Are you just the cook? What's up?
She says, well, I had hoped that this would make a good soup, but it just doesn't taste right, no matter how many bodies I put in.
Hey, well, can I help her? So we'll go over there as we're talking about stuff, and I'll say, maybe it's not the bodies that you're putting in. Maybe we need to find a different ingredient.
She says
and I'll tell her right here, I'll say, this foot doesn't look like it's cooking properly.
It isn't.
Have you tried putting in some mushrooms, some beans for protein, some vegetarian kind of food?
She says, I don't believe you quite understand.
The pot of plenty?
Not the pot of plenty, but...
So maybe we both don't understand. Well, let's get to that in a second. let's talk about the Pot of Plenty for a second. Tell me more about the Pot of Plenty.
The Cauldron of Plenty.
Oh, Cauldron of Plenty.
It's a magic item that creates unlimited food.
Okay, so why are you putting food in it?
Because I prefer humanoids. Mortals like yourself.
Oh, you're not immortal?
Absolutely not.
Who are you? Maybe I've read about you. I really enjoy books.
She says, I doubt I'm in any books, but my name is Maud Chiselbone.
Maud Chiselbone. History check. With advantage, right?
No.
Fucking cunts. 11.
Doesn't Stiff Steve add to that?
He does, but it's half proficiency. So it would be 12.
Yeah, I get like 1.
So she says, I'm not in any books, but
I'll stop her and be like,
I can show you my true form.
How about, before we show the true form, I was wondering, can I get your permission to write a book about you? Because I'm from a university. Absolutely?
Absolutely.
Did I hear that true form thing?
Yep.
Can I just tell, I'm going to tell Hot Rod to push her into the soup.
Okay.
Do we have something to put for a lid on top of it, though?
Oh, Tensor Stone. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I have my spell prepared.
Okay, done. Let's do
Tensor's
this.
floating disc. That is a heavy stone.
Do this. Okay, well, I've got to...
I'm really good at running interference. Although, when you guys push her in, I'm going to scream, because this is going to be my new book, is gone!
Since I'm right by him, as he's running by, I would like to use my Findel Steelskin amulet to guidance him.
Okay.
I don't know what you want here. Is he surprising her?
It would be surprise, yes.
What do you want, like athletics, or what do you want?
Shove is what?
What was their name one more time? Just so I can write that down.
Prone or push. So I think it is an athletics thing, isn't it?
It might be. I think it's contested.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see. I think I have that.
What was her name again?
Player's reference.
Maud Chiselbone.
Maud Chiselbone. Excellent. I can write whatever the fuck I want about her now, so that's excellent.
Where the heck is Shove?
Oh, it's here. Instead of a one attack, move your opponent 5 feet or make them prone by winning an opposing strength check.
Opposing strength? Okay. Alright.
And yeah.
Since this is a surprise, should we get advantage on that, though?
You
depends on who she actually is, right?
So, but she doesn't seem too surprised.
All right, so just athletics.
Come on.
So it'll be +3 plus a D4. Come on, baby. Oh, that's terrible. 8.
No.
All right, and then hers
9. That's
a 22.
Holy shit!
And the old lady disappears as she transforms into her true form and says, "What the fuck? I was gonna be nice."
Stiff Steve's gonna run over and try to push her in as well.
Underwear back.
So let's get some initiative first.
Oh yeah,
11.
That 20 burned all the juice.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
8.
All right.
I got
Can
a
I
dirty
keep
20.
chatting her up while she's getting pushed?
Hey, now she looks beautiful.
I wouldn't even be like that. I'd be like, tell me, like I will pay you for this story. Tell me about you. What's like? Where do you come from? Who are you? What the fuck are you right now?
Okay, so Iggy.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Yep. Let's get. It's your turn. Sorry.
Oh, it's my turn? Oh. Let's see.
Why don't you try to thunderbolt her into it?
I don't have that. Let's see.
Is she like a night hag or something like that?
You can roll Arcana on your turn.
Oh, I'll just
not
roll
as
that later.
not as part of an action, but a 9. You're not gonna know.
Well, I didn't mean to roll it then.
I will. I'll walk 1 forward. I'll cast Heroism on Hot Rod.
Okay.
And he'll try to push her again.
And then I will. I'm not going to do that.
Why not?
I'll move the rest of my movement onto that table if I can.
Okay.
Light her up, baby.
What size is she? Is she a medium or a large creature?
She
Small?
is medium.
Enough to get captured? To get grappled?
Yeah.
If I grapple somebody, can I fall over with them?
It would still be the
you
same.
You can move them at half. As long as you win, you can move them at half speed.
So I could crawl into the pot?
Well, putting you. That's a little pushing it a little bit. You'd probably have to win another grapple check to put her in there.
That's all right. I think Stiff Steve's pretty badass at that stuff.
But Hot Rod.
Yes.
Hot Rod's he's gonna blast her with hot oil and the thing again.
Okay.
In a lion, so she'll have to make a DC 13 Dex save.
All right. She rolls a 13.
She only takes half damage then.
Okay.
As she gets hit, I will howl out and I'll be like, "No, my book, Maud! Oh my god!"
Oh, and it was a max damage roll too. 11 and divided by 2.
All right.
5.
And then Korbin.
Oh shit! Am I actually next?
You're next.
God, even though I rolled so shitty, what was my roll? I had like an 11.
Yeah.
Everyone got lower than an 11?
Everyone else got lower than 11.
Alright,
Got a 6.
can I have Stiff Steve go first to grapple her?
No.
Okay, I will just...
You're always first.
Yeah,
right.
Stiff Steve's got. If you want to tell him to do something, you also have to use your bonus action. That's what I keep forgetting to do.
Yes,
my
that's
apologies.
right.
Okay.
I forget about that too. And it would be the same for you, Skamos, getting telling Elliot to do something specific. Otherwise, he would just be using the dodge action.
Right. I'm just gonna shoot her and then I'm gonna barrel roll backwards.
Okay. Give me a shot.
Misses. 8.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Hey, did she take her 5 damage?
Yes. Oh, I forgot to put it in here.
I was like, holy man, she's got a lot of life.
She's chunky.
I would like to bonus action tell Stiff Steve to go give her a hug to calm her down.
Okay.
Let me just see what this is again for Stiff Steve.
Oh shit! I might be putting them both into the soup here.
So his is to... He gets a +9 to hit, is that?
Oh, did I not?
One
Plus
target
9.
you can see.
Oh my god.
Hit 9, 2d4 plus 4 psychic damage.
That's the
Is that
damage.
Right? Okay, so no, then it would be my spell DC, right?
Yes. Your
So
spell
6
attack
would be
to
plus-
hit. Yeah.
+6. My apologies. 20.
20 hits.
Okay, so she's gonna be grappled. And she's not going to drop anything anymore, unfortunately.
Right.
How much would Steve weigh, and how much would she weigh? Hypothetically.
Tough to say. Steve
Would it
is
be
the
less
weight
than
of
500 combined?
Yes.
He's the weight of a Dugar right now.
Okay.
He's the weight of a Durgar, yeah.
2d4 plus 4. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
And she is... Well, he's just hugging her, trying to calm her down. I'm just going to be like, just chill, babe, chill. Don't worry. Like, we got this. We can make soup. We gotta figure out how to do it properly. You can't do it in this pot. I can get you a different pot.
And Golemov, what are you doing?
Okay. Yeah. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use a key point to activate my arms of my astral self.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it's my bonus action too. And then I'm going to stay directly on the opposite side of the pot from her.
Okay.
And punch over the pot?
And I'm going to punch her over the pot.
Is that where the hot oil is, though, isn't it?
Well, it might be like warm on the floor now, but...
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's on ice, right?
Is Brad frozen? Nope.
Am
Okay.
I?
You didn't
I'm
move
trying
it.
to find something here. There we go. Okay. I was afraid that these might look a bit penis-y. Hopefully they do not.
That makes it even better.
Hey-o.
Interesting.
You gotta make them purple, though, right?
Oh, just the tip.
They're spirit.
Purple people eaters.
Your spiritual arms, or your trunks.
It's spiritual mushroom heads.
The astral trunks.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna step
Elliot's
directly
pervert.
opposite and punch her over the cauldron.
Okay. Do they look too penis-y? Because I cannot use them if...
I think they're fantastic.
I think
Okay.
they're phallic. I mean,
I don't
They're very
know. They don't look penis-y enough.
Yeah, exactly. They look a little bit foreskinny, actually.
yeah, more
Is there
skinny,
Europe-
more skinny, please.
He's a European elephant.
Yeah. So you do the trunk whip then, rather than the punch, right? So you get the skin.
Yes.
It says save versus smegma.
Oh, gross. Do you get poison damage, right?
Poison damage. No, I'm clean. Alright.
Whip her right in the
Anyways.
eye.
Save versus smegma is... If we make merch, save versus
No.
smegma has got to be on a shirt or a pin or something.
How about a 16 to hit?
16 hits.
Alright.
And I'm writing that down too.
There you go.
It's 5 damage.
5 damage. All right.
Is she gonna go? Ah, my eye.
And that's the end of this turn for me.
Okay. Let's update her health to that. And then it is her turn. So
It must make a wisdom saving throw equal to my spell save DC. On a fail, they become frightened of the thing. On success, they are immune.
So, I actually forgot. I need everyone. Where was. I actually need everyone to make a wisdom save. And I don't think that...
Natural 1.
16.
I don't
17.
think that
Stiff Steve needs to do it.
are Stiff Steve or Hot Rod immune to... are either of them immune to...
Just charmed and exhaustion.
frightened?
Used to be psychic.
Ooh,
What, poison?
Used to be
Frightened.
frightened there too, but you took everything off.
No, just charmed.
Okay.
Charmed and exhaustion. So,
So-
he's got to do one too.
Everybody who rolled under an 11 on your
14.
save
4.
is
Boom!
frightened.
So Stiff Steve got a natural 20 for a 24.
Okay. And Gollum,
And I
I'm
got a
assuming you
16.
had advantage because of frightened?
I have advantage versus being charmed or frightened.
Okay.
I'm just trying to confirm where that comes from.
Is
But
this
it's on my
wait?
sheet.
Is this a magic thing?
This is a part of her. Because
Oh,
she
yeah.
is the type of hag that she is.
She's a green head.
It's not considered a quote unquote magic, is it? Because I have
No.
advantage on against magic. Okay,
No.
so I got a
So you are the only
Hot
one
Rod
who
would fail
failed,
too.
aren't you?
The hot rod would fail too because she's
You
going to
and
get like a
Hot Rod.
5 plus
So
0.
I
Oh
wanted
no,
to-
hot rod has hot rod has heroism on him. He's immune to fear.
Okay. So in that case, there's only one person who's afraid. I don't know why
Me.
Discord keeps popping up on the second screen like that for you guys, but at least it's not showing on the on
Oh, it's
the
done.
stream. It
Yeah.
keeps doing it. It just keeps doing it.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's too late. I forgot. Can I do the 2d4 damage for my astral arms activating?
Yes.
It's just it's on the screen. So don't worry about it.
Or is
You
it
can
too
wait.
late?
You can throw your.
It's not too late, no. You can go ahead.
Okay, bye, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
It's 4
Night.
damage.
Hey, aren't you gonna turn off your game soon?
I'll later in about an hour.
They sound like a guy crawling.
Yeah.
Why is he crawling?
I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. Because we're playing right now. We got all our guys fighting.
That other guy is crawling.
Guys, call. Show me. In here.
So you did your 2d4?
Yeah, it was 4 damage. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought you.
Oh,
I didn't realize you didn't hear me.
They're lying down.
I did not. I'm just trying to get stuff to actually work here. Everything's all wonky.
Okay.
Good night. All right.
That's...
He was asking about the skin bodies. Why those guys are crawling.
They're
said,
taking
"Oh."
a nap.
Yeah, I was like, they're just lying down.
They're just lying down. They're crawling.
Yeah.
So because Hot Rod is immune to fear, I need Iggy to make another wisdom saving throw.
I know.
So did
Now,
she
is
do?
this magic?
This is not.
Did she
16.
do?
Okay, you're safe.
Okay, did she do a saving throw for hers? Because at the
She's
beginning of her
immune.
turn. Too bad.
Too bad.
Okay, never mind.
It
Never
doesn't,
mind.
It doesn't affect her. So she glares at you, Iggy. You don't feel good, but nothing happens.
I'm terrified right now. Don't eat me.
She
Reminds
says,
me of your last girlfriend.
she says, I was going to be nice to you.
Insight check.
Yeah, I have a passive 15
5.
insight.
Passive 15 insight. She was going to be nice to you.
See you guys, I
just
tell you,
got a
I'm,
shrug.
I'm rolling with this stuff, and you guys try to push my new girlfriend into a fucking pot of stew.
If she wasn't so damn strong and I didn't roll so shitty, that would have been great.
So,
I just
Skamos.
nod.
Before I try and waste the energy to do this, is the pot like really boiling? Like, is it hot?
It is hot, yes.
Okay. Would I be able to use levitate on the hag, even though she's being grappled?
No.
Okay.
You can levitate objects too.
Well, levitate the pot and then dump it on her, or what?
Well, I mean, that's not a contested check. It's much easier that way. Let's do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna dump the pot on the hag.
So you levitate it, and I'm gonna say because levitate doesn't let you, like, it doesn't let you move stuff around.
Oh yeah,
It
you're
just
right. I
lifts it.
forgot about that.
So you will have to touch the hot pot in order to flip it in some way.
Or she just gonna kick it straight back at you. Cacao.
Or you could just drop it on her.
I'm fine to just drop the hot pot on her head too. Like, that's
Okay.
Levitate it over her
so,
head and let it drop.
how high does it levitate, and how fast can you move it? I think it's like 5 or 10 feet around.
It should say on there.
the target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface, which allows it to move as if it were climbing.
Oh, then you can't move it.
So you have to touch it in order to move it.
So am I able to cast?
No,
spell
no,
and
you
do that?
you can rise it vertically.
Yeah, you can raise it vertically, but moving it horizontally, I think, has to be pushed.
You
right?
can only you can only lift it up or down. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
I forgot that. That's why I never use levitate.
Well, you could levitate it up, and then he could use his penis arms to hit it towards her. The next round, regale him off. Right? Ow!
Yeah, well, we'll levitate the pot in the air.
Okay, let's decrease the float.
Or it might just fuck her right up because she doesn't want that pot to get ruined.
I forgot you had to. Yeah, you can't go left or right. It's only vertical.
So, I'm sorry, you're lifting it up and then waiting for it to get pushed by...
Yeah, I'm hoping one of my teammates, because she just had her turn, so somebody else is going to have a turn before she will. And then I'm also going to use my last bardic inspiration on her to tell her that she looks better now than she did as the fake human.
Might like that.
She says, "Thank you very much. You're such a sweet little boy."
You're gonna taste sweeter.
It still
in the
affects her
stew.
because it's your thing, but she sees it as a compliment.
Ugh. It's like,
Oh, that's a 6. That's -6 for our next wisdom
Oof.
save. Not wisdom, but a save.
Next save. So Iggy. With that 5,
No.
you're not sure whether she was telling the truth or not.
Could I
Golomov
shoot
is
the
sure.
bottom? Could I shoot the bottom of the pot so it flips it around to spray on her?
Yeah, give it a try. Give me an attack roll, and if it's high enough, it'll do that.
Better be a 20. Otherwise, pretty good shot.
17.
Okay. 17, I'd say yes, that's high enough. So let's go with the hot oil. What's the damage for that?
It's 1d8 plus 3.
Okay. So it is going to spill out. I'm going to say that Stiff Steve can make a dex save with disadvantage, and Hot Rod can make a dex save, and then she doesn't get one.
Alright, so just 1d8. Okay.
Yeah.
What does he... His dex is +1.
I got an 8.
Okay, Stiff Steve is taking the damage as well.
Sorry, Stiffy. That's for whispering in my ear, boyo.
Well, now he's just he's grinning and chatting at you.
All right, now for 5 damage.
Yeah, I guess we'll use that D8 I rolled by accident. Yeah.
Okay, 5 damage on Stiff Steve.
Yeah, 5 burning damage. Do I get any foot damage?
No. He moves out of the way.
No, I mean like the foot in there.
Oh.
When it hits you, the foot hits you when it falls out. Like it's hanging out of Stiff Steve's mouth right now, is what it is.
All right, so 5 damage on her. And do I get a save at the end of my turn?
Do you get a save? Yes. Disadvantage because she's in your line of sight.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. That 20 would have been amazing. 9.
Nope, still frightened.
And then I will, for my last thing, for my bonus action, I'll tell Hot Rod to light her up again.
Okay.
This time at an angle, not to hit anyone.
Okay. It's a 10-foot line or 15?
It's a 30-foot line.
Okay. So moving there, he can do it.
He's going to use his last thing of oil to spray her. AC 13 minus 6. I don't know if she can fall... Well, I guess she could fall prone and just be held by Stiff Steve.
But she has the... she's got a minus 6, yeah, right?
Natural 20.
Minus 6.
If she still passes, though.
She still passes.
Damn, what a roll.
Alright.
Oh, another max roll for damage.
Okay.
She takes 5 damage on half. Oh,
5?
she would have taken 11. Yeah, but now she takes 5.
Okay.
Not the best round for me, but cool.
So is it just her next roll that she gets, like this last roll that she gets a disadvantage on? Or is it like...
No,
Yeah.
this would have used it up, right?
Yeah, I think it's used up. She
Okay.
wrecked me with a 20.
Son of a bitch.
I know.
Actually, would that spray Golem up too if it's like spinning because of the shot?
It would have been tipped it one way, is what you were saying for the shot, right?
A little bit of it might have gotten to him, but not enough to do anything.
Dodge.
Just to piss him off.
Enjoy your soup, bitch.
Says, I was going to be nice.
And here I am just shaking my head. It's like, my book.
Golem
My fucking book.
Korbin?
Well, I'm gonna straight up do Phantasmal Force on her. So I'm gonna make it seem like that.
So, I just want to ask, your book or attacking her?
Will she keep talking to me if I attack her or no?
Well, she's saying she was going to be nice. You can give it a insight check.
Let's just do a quick insight check, just to see. 9. 13.
13? It's a little iffy, but you think it's possible that she was not going to hurt you.
I was pretty sure anyway, but I will hold my action with the crossbow, and I'll just get Stiff Steve to continue holding her, and I'll start I'm gonna peg her with some questions. I'll be like, "Where did you grow up? What do you know? What kind of spices do you like to put in your feet soup?" I was like, "Did you know that there's better cuts of meat than feet that you can put in a soup?" And I will take out my pen and paper, and I'll be quickly writing stuff down as much as I can. How old are you? How are we doing this?
So, Golemov.
I'm going to. So, is there actually anything left in the pod at this point?
It'd have to fill back up
right now.
Is it really all that hot?
It is.
Right
It's
now?
been sitting over a fire for some time.
Punch it into her.
Well, yeah. See, I just don't know if it's worth trying to like punch the pot and punt into her, and will that do very much damage, or if I just straight up punch her, you know?
I would
Yeah.
almost like try and use your staff to like hook it through the handles and like swing it at her head. You know?
Yeah,
Wouldn't she get some fire damage from the... Because it's hot, right? If you get smacked with it.
Possibly.
Just imagine getting like whacked in the head with a...
Technically, my trunks are basically what's it
They're
called?
astral.
Prehensile.
You're not gonna get burned.
My trunks are prehensile, so they could, in theory, grab the pot and slam it on her. Like,
Give her a hat. Give her
Yeah.
a hat.
Put it over her head. That would be fucking
Yes.
bad. And then when it
Oh
fills
my
up again,
God.
right? You could choke her to death with
That's gonna
that.
burn Stiff Steve too, because he's holding on to her right now, though.
Eh,
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
right.
You get a flaccid Steve tomorrow, right?
Okay.
After a long rest.
Well,
so I'm not
Yeah,
sure
just like-
what to roll for that, or if I
There's so
can
many
do that.
models.
Roll
body
me
tissue.
an attack roll, and it's going to be contested against her acrobatics,
All right.
which she rolled pretty low on.
I guess I can do... I can do
25.
a
Oh
short-
my gosh.
So
I
you
can
get
do a
it
short
on.
rest.
You get it over her. She'll take a D6 damage as it burns the top of her head.
All right.
Is Stiff Steve gonna take some damage
Stiff
with...
Steve will also take this D6.
Two.
Two?
All right.
And how quickly does this pot refill itself?
It doesn't appear to be refilling itself right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is that my entire turn, or is that just my action?
That is your action.
Okay.
Did she
Then as my bonus
answer any of
action,
my questions?
I would like to punch her in the gut.
Well, she hasn't had a chance to.
Jesus
She's getting punched in the gut right now, and you're like, "Where
Yeah.
were you born? How old are you?"
Favorite color?
17 to hit.
17. That does hit.
Shouldn't that be, considering she's got a pot on her head, that'll be advantage on attacks against her now.
Is she now considered blinded? Is the question.
That's a
Yes.
good question.
I'm crit fishing.
Right?
No, I didn't get it.
Okay.
6 damage.
All right. That puts her there. She's getting
And that's
into
the
the
end of my turn.
red. What can she do? What can she do? What can she do?
Burn her
Legendary
hands
action.
to try and take it off, right?
Well, she's still being grappled though, right?
Oh.
Or is that Stiff Steve just being like a guy that's dancing too close to you, so he's
Well-
just kind of like all over you? Like
No,
that?
he's actually holding on to her, so his arms are getting burned right now as she's blinded.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's been taking his damage.
Yeah.
Unless she decides to let go.
No.
He's on a mission.
Unless it went over both of their heads.
That would be hilarious. You know what? All I can see is that what is that? The Night from the Roxbury guys, where he's just
Yeah. So she's going to toss it off. And
legendary action.
you passed your save, didn't you, Iggy? Your second save?
I passed something when she looked at me, but I'm still afraid.
Oh, you're still frightened? Okay.
Yeah, I did it at disadvantage, and I got a 20 and then a fail.
Okay. So give me another wisdom save.
And what a bitch. At disadvantage?
No, this one's not at disadvantage.
18.
18.
Jesus.
Okay, you're still safe. She's glaring at you because you're the one that tried to shove her in. Okay.
Is it
And
her
next
turn?
is Skamos.
Is it her turn?
Yeah, she's not answering, but
I'm still pestering her. Just peppering those questions at her.
Like
Can I-
punched in the gut, hot thing
Can
on my
I
head.
go and touch Iggy? Can I walk that far?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yep.
Unless
Yeah,
you
I'm
want
gonna
to wonk you as you
cast-
walk by.
You can just go for that.
I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on him, so he has advantage on his next
Okay.
attempt
And
at
she's going to roll a natural 1 on her attempt to hit you.
Nice.
So delayed recovery, she doesn't add her attack bonus to the next roll. Or to the next attack.
Nice. So that was that spell.
Oh,
and then you don't have bonus action.
So that's pretty much it.
Alright.
question.
Yep.
I had mind link with her. I'd be able to hear her thoughts. So all those things I've been peppering with her, she might actually think up a couple things here and there.
So you've got mind link that allows you to hear.
Oh, hold on, because let me just look at it again. Mind link response: when you're using mind link to telepathically with your creature, you can use your action to give that creature the ability to speak telepathically with you for 1 hour, or until you end the effect. I must be able to see it. Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm pretty much like I'm telepathically linked with her.
Right, but she can choose to speak with you. She gains the ability to communicate telepathically with you, right? That's how it's worded?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not getting her surface thoughts.
Yeah, but she loves me. I'm a great
She's
guy.
probably really distracted with getting like punched in the guts.
Very distracted.
Grappled, burnt.
Giant soup pod on her
I'm getting
head.
so disappointed. I'm like tapping on my paper. Like, fuck, what's my book? Come on, you guys,
If the
assholes.
pot's levitating and she threw it off of her, would that just like fly into the ceiling?
Probably.
Is it gonna come down on her head then?
Oh wait, is protection from good and evil concentration?
Is
Not. Oh, it is. So
So wherever that pot is, it's coming down.
So she wouldn't have thrown it up like that. She would have flung, so it would probably be behind her.
On Scampos.
No, it's
just drop around my own head because I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
You cast protection from evil, then it drops on your head.
So it lands. When it finally lands, it is sitting right side up. So in a short amount of time, it refills.
Beet soup.
Without the foot?
Without the foot.
Okay.
So Iggy.
So I'm still afraid.
Yep. You at the end of your turn, you can roll again.
with advantage.
It would
that's
cancel
right.
out.
Do I know? Would I know that? That's why I'm afraid. Is because I can see her.
Well, no, it says that he would get advantage. It says if he is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Right. And she is giving disadvantage. So they would cancel out.
But that's only if I can see her.
That's only if
Well,
you
do
can
I know
see
that's
her.
that? Do I know that's how that works? So.
Probably not, but it's not a hard guess. She is horrific.
You just kind of
Because if I can, I'll hide behind the table.
Okay.
cover your eyes.
Is that a really big, heavy table?
It is. It is stone.
If I turn around, well, I might as well make a pot shot at her, even though it's a bad. I'm not gonna.
Just do
I'm
it.
gonna-
It's a regular.
gonna-
Do it.
Just
I'm gonna
do
pull
it.
out my little dragon and I'm gonna fire a firebolt at her.
Okay.
Oh, 18 with a.
Yeah, that
Look at
hits.
3 fire damage,
How do you want to
and
do
then, and then I turn away from her, so I'm not
Okay.
looking at her.
Then you do get advantage on your save.
Does an 11 work?
That's
Oh my God.
exactly what you need.
Oh,
2
lucky,
10s. Brutal. All right.
And Hot Rod.
Oh, I didn't tell him to do anything. He'll just take the dodge action.
Okay. Korbin.
I'm gonna just fucking shoot at her because she's almost dead.
All right.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
She's gonna get 4 points of damage.
All right.
And I'm using my bonus action to tell Stiff Steve to... I don't know. What can he do? Slam her again?
Yeah, he
Kick
can
her
hit
into
her
the
again.
pot. It's right beside her.
Because he can. It would be 2d4 plus 4, or he can just walk into the fire with her. How much
I think
fire?
the 2d4 plus 4 might kill her.
Yeah. He's just gonna slam her again.
Okay.
So he's got... Sorry guys. It's plus
Weird
6.
slam.
Yeah, weird slam. Weird slam.
Weird slam.
Oh yeah, 20.
Oh, yeah.
Or 22, I
It's
think it was.
getting weird.
Yeah, 22. It's getting weird in here, guys.
So...
Is one... what was that? 2d4 plus 4?
Yes. How does he do this?
Hold on, I want to
straight
actually do
into
it.
the
2d4 plus 4. 9 points of damage.
That does it.
To the soup.
How does he do this?
He's basically gonna hug her so hard he breaks her spine.
Okay.
And then he's gonna look so disappointed as he's moving her. And
He
she's not
ruined his
moving
new
anymore.
toy.
Yeah, you know when you have that and they're like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr,"
Oh.
Just
or maybe
as...
he was petting her too hard.
And he like picks it up again, like all just like falls back. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
So just as she dies, she says, I was gonna tell you where the treasure is.
Fuck.
And then she's dead.
Now I'm gonna have Stiff Steve shake her and be like, "Where's the goddamn treasure?"
Inside check.
You didn't hear it.
8. I didn't nothing anyways. I can't make an inside check ever.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna insight check. that.
You've never been able to make an insight check.
Whoops. 17, 18, 21 for an insight check on
She
them.
was gonna tell you where the treasure was.
Son of a
Yeah, but what the fuck is
biscuit.
the treasure?
So I'm gonna look at all you guys and be like, "You just never let me talk to anybody.
I mean, like,
Never let me
hello,
talk to anybody."
She flayed and murdered how many corpses around me?
4.
Yeah,
4 people.
at least.
And you think
at
the
least.
town of East Haven is going to be happy with you?
Guys, the cauldron is
conversing
the real
with this
treasure
horrible
right
beast?
here.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna say, Stiff Steve, grab her and grab the cauldron, and we're gonna start saying like, "You guys, well, we gotta find a fucking other treasure now. I don't know what the fuck. God damn it!" But
Well, why don't
I
we
think,
just look around here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Obviously,
I
the
figure
treasure-
the what's it called? The university would love to have a. Do we know what this hag is now?
You
none
guys,
of us rolled good enough.
yeah, none of you rolled well enough to know.
I'm gonna try here.
Okay.
Try my.
Arcana? Is that what it
Arcana,
was?
yeah.
Here we go. Okay, 14.
And she is a sea hag.
There we go.
So we now know that the treasure's in the water. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that we could probably sell the sea hag. We'll get her stuffed or something like that, and we can send it to the university.
Also, cauldron. A lot
Well,
of money right there.
I'm Stiff Steve is not letting go of that cauldron.
All
Because
right.
you guys, I didn't even tell you guys about me selling the cauldron, or not. Because I'll tell you guys, I am thinking about leasing this cauldron though. I think this is a really good win for us if we can lease this cauldron out. We can just have a constant. It'd be like retirement fund. We have constant money coming in all the time,
Soup fund.
right? We could even maybe we'll start our own tavern, and then there we go. Never have to pay for food.
Do I can I investigate the cauldron to see whether I think it's cursed somehow?
Sure. Identify is the best way to find out if it's cursed.
Oh, I have
I don't have-
identify. I have
I
it.
don't have that spell.
I'll cast it.
I just wanted to see if I could use Arcana to
Boom.
use my knowledge
I
of magic.
casted it.
Okay. It is not cursed.
It's
Not
not cursed.
It is not cursed. It holds up to 30 gallons of liquid, weighs 50 pounds.
Wait. 30 gallons of just liquid? Any liquid?
Yes. Any.
So we could start a tavern and just put some booze in there, and we have.
So if water is poured into the cauldron and stirred for 1 minute, it transforms into a hearty hot stew, which can provide one nourishing meal for up to 4 people per gallon.
What about whiskey?
Yes.
It
What if
doesn't
we
say
put
anything about
whiskey in
whiskey. You don't get anything about that.
Do we get like smoked
Probably because they haven't
brisket?
tried. Real
It
scientists
can,
try.
It can create stew 3 times, then it ceases to function until the next dawn.
This is perfect. So I'm gonna tell the guys too. I'm saying my idea is that we lease it out because we don't sell it. If we sell it, then we just get a one-time fucking thing. We lease this bad boy out. It's a constant supply.
Oh, here's the big idea: food truck,
Same difference.
food cart.
Food cart.
But who are we gonna have run that? Are we gonna have our frickin'
We'll run it out of
underlings?
the university.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna have our underlings with the underling food cart.
Yeah, the underling food
Well,
cart.
And
At our
we'd never have to carry
campus.
rations again.
Or
That's you.
Yeah,
But-
there's no way we have to. This. I think that we keep this thing.
Okay,
But
we
if
don't have it.
At all.
if we leave it in the possession of Patches, and he feeds Koenig because we are near Koenig, he can probably still study it at the same time to
Patches
hopefully
O'Houlihan?
replicate it. Patches is the cat's name, right? Or
Yeah,
the
Little
the
Patch.
contact's name,
Yeah.
or Little Patch. Sorry, not Patches.
I
Little
mean,
Patch.
as an
So,
artificer, I actually recreate items, but yeah.
I mean,
Is this a
you-
recreatable item? Because this is like a legendary item, right?
This
I don't
is a
know.
rare
If
item.
I had enough time, I think I need a few more levels, and then I could figure out how to make it actually for half
Well,
of the cost.
I told him everything I know about it, so there we go.
But yeah, we can leave it with Patches.
Well
Little
done,
Patch.
Patches.
Is there anything on these corpses, or is there like a little like clothes pile or anything?
There's no clothes pile. Any clothes they were wearing is probably in the other room with the skeleton.
Now, where would this hag hide her treasure? Damn it!
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have Stiff Steve kind of go through her, see if she's got like a key hidden somewhere.
I mean, this is also like I didn't even know what this thing was. It must be rare, whatever this hag, sea hag, you say? Don't you think Patches would want this thing?
Oh, yeah.
She
Yeah.
does not have anything. She doesn't have anything on her.
Nothing in her
Well,
mouth.
well, these guys are doing whatever. I'm going to take out my little detect magic slab and start tinkering with it to cast detect magic in 10 minutes.
Detect magic. Wait 10 minutes and you got that going. There's nothing
Yeah,
other
unless
than
you
the
guys
pot.
want to do stuff. If I go to all the corners of the room and everything,
Only the pot.
I want to investigate for a secret door.
Can I eat some of the soup?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, I'm gonna start eating it.
Great soup.
It is
Wonderful.
great.
Soup. It's hearty.
Hearty.
I'm gonna try to find that foot that was on the floor, see if it's fully cooked yet.
It's
Does a
oddly
14
cooked.
get me any secret doors?
It does not.
All right. Well, I think we solved the case of the missing fisherman.
Wait,
Whether or not we believe the hag had more treasure here.
well, I mean, the hag, yeah.
did.
Actually, I have an
She
idea.
did.
Why don't you ask Stiff Steve where the treasure is?
Oh yeah, I can farsight him. Give me 1 second.
He's farsighting it right now. He's
Yep.
going to ask Stiff Steve.
yes, Stiff Steve.
I've got a very loud, obnoxious, weird cat.
It was Stiff Steve at your door.
Stiff Steve
actually.
at your door.
Yeah, pretty much. He's weird. Okay, I will
He's like, I want to
I'm
be
gonna
weird
farsight Steve.
Okay. And remind me how farsight works.
I'm gonna go grab his face lovingly and caress it. And I'm gonna stare into his lifeless eyes for 1 minute, concentrating on the thing as a spell. I listen closely to the psychic mutterings. Thanks, you little shithole. DC 15, Arcana,
like
History, Medicine, Nature, Religion, or Survival check. On success, I force my personality to convince the thing to guide my mind to the answers I seek. On failure, it takes me to a deep and strange and terrifying place, causing me to go mad. First 2 times, I go for short-term madness, and then long-term.
Okay. You can go for it. History is probably the best one to go with.
History. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask: can I get guided for this?
If you ask me.
Can you
Otherwise,
guide
I'm
me?
just watching.
I'm just as I'm looking at him, I'll look back at you and I'll be like, "Can you guide me?" I'll put back to it.
I'll go up to him, and I won't get anywhere near with Stiff Steve, and I will guide him.
Okay.
And then I'll step back really quickly.
Yeah, this is definitely not gonna.
Nope. Guidance does not work on that. A 10 is not enough. So
Okay, so I go temporarily mad, but I can do that twice.
So let's get your madness. Roll a D100.
Woohoo! I love it. 42.
42. So short term 42 is you begin babbling and are incapable of normal speech or spell casting.
how long?
This lasts for 1d10 minutes.
1d10.
I just look at everybody else and I say, is this supposed to happen?
For a full 10 minutes.
I think this is implied.
Okay. So as I'm just, it's probably pretty normal for you guys seeing me do this.
I'm really gonna kind of
TV
like
and no
look
beer,
around the
right?
cave. Yeah.
And after this, are you guys gonna wait around for 10 minutes until I snap out of it?
Did you roll for the whole 10 minutes of like?
I did. I got the whole.
10.
I got the whole 10 minutes. I'm babbling. And so right now,
No TV and no beer.
So right now, Stiff Steve has got a death hold on the pot and the hag. So no matter what you guys do, he's pretty much standing there.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go look around for 10 minutes to see what I
Okay.
can find. Kelly, that's acting normal.
And after that's done, I'm just gonna go like woo, and I'll do far.
I'll just take notes.
So
Do you want me to help you again?
Well, of course, I'm gonna try one more time. I can do 2 times short-term madness before I go long-term madness.
All right, I'll guide him again and I'll step away.
okay.
Interesting.
Okay, let me just see this again. So I needed to do, history check. Fuck me.
Even with the
13.
D4, that's not going to get to it. So another
Do I-
D100.
Am I gonna go and risk long-term madness?
Are you?
I might. 54.
54. You must use your action to attack the nearest creature every round for the next 1d10 minutes.
So I'm gonna just start attacking somebody?
You're
Just
gonna start attacking the
shit out of
nearest
Stiff
creature.
Steve. So Steve's in front of you.
4 minutes, so I'm gonna start attacking Steve for 4 minutes.
All
So I
right.
get 4. Is that 4 hits on him then?
I guess you're
You
just
gotta roll the
punching him.
hits, and that is, oh man, each
Wait, how
round.
much strength do you even have?
What's that?
If you're just punching him, how much strength do you have?
I get. It's actually technically I have a 0 damage for my unarmed strikes.
Can I use calm emotions?
Okay. You
Well,
can.
it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna.
It's
beat
not
the
gonna
shit
matter
out of
for
Steve,
10
and
for 4 minutes. You're just
Actually, you know what? You just slap
doing
him for 10
the
minutes.
slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if I get like a 20, basically all that's gonna happen is you're just gonna see me slapping
Slap
Steve.
him 45 times.
Right.
Yeah, nothing.
And then afterwards, my hands are gonna be bloody and sore.
Because it is 10 times per minute.
Yeah.
That you
So I'm just
10
slapping
attacks
like
per
fucking
minute.
crazy.
Yeah.
And
So you
zero
slap-
damage.
So coming
one of the best things about being a bitch.
coming out into this area up north, Skamos, there is another frozen area. This looks like the river that flows down to the waterfall. But you see
Check out that little ball.
underneath the water, or underneath the ice, are you can see 4 frost giants frozen underneath the water.
What about that ball?
That ball is the light.
Yeah.
Okay, that's slightly terrifying. I yell back to the guys and say, "There's 4 frost giants frozen under the water here, or the ice, I
Well,
should say."
I'm not even listening because I'm watching Korbin slap the thing for minutes here.
Taking
Yeah.
notes of how strong his slaps are.
Yeah, I'm motioning to Hot Rod to stand in front of me.
With my
I would probably be going with,
intense slaps.
with Skamos.
Okay.
2 crazy weird things happened with Korbin.
Yeah, I'm just
Farsight,
like not
not
having any
working.
part of that.
Unless he's
Alright.
going to switch over if somebody else walks close to him, he's going to try to slap them.
Probably.
Slap attack,
Yeah.
slap attack of opportunity.
Slap.
Although it
So-
wouldn't hurt anybody again
All right,
either.
you said there was ice giant or like frost giants under the ice.
Under the ice.
Yes.
4 of them.
They are just barely visible.
Do they appear to be dead?
They do. There is some decay on them.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna shrug and kind of continue walking through the
Keep
cave.
looking.
Okay. So heading up in this direction, you see another waterfall that heads to what looks like an underground river because it gets to the wall where the ice is coming out of. And then in this top corner, there appears to be nothing but this frosty ground. And then it's just back to that ice bridge that's 20 feet above where you are.
Probably trying to get
That ice bridge.
Well, is it kind of where?
probably from the other cave, I'd say.
Is the waterfall climbing up or climbing down?
Up.
I would like to climb up the waterfall actually, just to see what's
Okay.
up there.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Give him the
The light?
rope
or
Oh, the
my
rope.
rope to
pull me up with him.
Okay. Well,
Carry me.
there is nothing up here. Like I said, the river appears to be coming directly out of the wall, so it's some sort of underground river that's just
Oh,
connected
okay.
right there.
Okay. It's just like the water running down the wall and then
Yeah.
running out. Okay. Interesting. Okay, then yeah, I'll just jog back to Scamos and be like, yeah, it's dead end.
Okay. Well, I think the other spot we can go is probably the other cave if we wanted to explore more.
We should go check out the river if I'm back yet.
Yeah, which one of
Um,
these corpses is missing the foot?
A couple of them are missing a number of pieces.
Can I tell which one's Bill Barilko?
No.
What happened to the skin?
They were just flayed. Maybe she ate it.
She probably jerkied it, let's be honest here.
That sounds
Human
odd.
jerky.
Where would the skin be? These
Um,
guys don't have any gold teeth, do they?
No.
Any silver teeth?
No.
Copper teeth?
Any lead fillings?
Are we in the age of porcelain teeth at this point?
No.
Any teeth at all?
You've got possibly some wood teeth in any of them that are... yeah. Some of those dentures that are made of dead people's teeth.
Even better.
Dead people's teeth.
Now, he said there was only 2 fishermen missing, but there's 4 people here.
There's 4 people here.
Oh, can we tell if they're all human?
It's tough to tell.
Well, you gotta look at the body
They're
shape.
all about the same size. It's possible they're all human, but could be half elf or elf.
Could I tell that with a medicine check? Like maybe elves have a small liver or something. Or like an extra kidney.
Yeah.
Alright, I will say a little prayer to Flandel Steelskin, guide myself, and dig in.
You're gonna eat some of that stuff?
Well, no, I'm just gonna cut them open just to see. 16.
16? Yeah, one of them does have a fey liver. an elf. Got an extra liver, and it's the Feywild one.
I'll tell him, I'll be like, yeah, now you see here, as I'm like pulling the liver out. This little extra nub is what we call the Fey liver.
Jesus.
This one is clearly an elf.
Are there any personal effects that appear to be around still?
No.
Now, what was this elf's last meal?
It may be too long to tell. It's possible he was starved.
Well, I could tell if he's starved, actually. I'll let him know that. Looks like he starved before he was murdered? Can I tell if he was murdered or if he died of starvation before?
He was murdered.
CSI, baby. I need those glasses.
Someone's still got to do that, the sound so that I can put it in the soundboard.
Oh yeah, the what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just record it to me and then send it on over.
Like, looks like they don't have any skin in the game.
Oh no, too soon.
That's good. I love it.
All right. Are you doing a third try there, Korbin?
No, I'm not gonna go crazy right now.
Okay.
I will go check out that. Is everyone away from the river, or they're at that river right?
They're coming back.
I guess I'm still on the table. Yeah. Was it the alphas on the table?
Yeah.
Are there a lot of elves in East Haven? Is it pretty diverse, or is it mostly humans?
It's pretty diverse. It used to be very homogenous, but now it's fairly diverse.
I'm just gonna get Stiff Steve to go up to the edge of the water there and stare at and take a look at those giants under the ice.
Okay.
Hey, do I have any time left on my detect magic?
By now, no.
I've got some spell slots.
So as we come back, I'm gonna say, the immediate area seems pretty clear, so it might be a good time for a break.
Yeah, that's a good idea. No.
Can I make an Arcana check about hags and covens?
Sure.
Anyway, 25 for Stiff Steve looking at those guys.
Okay.
19.
19.
Would I think she has some sisters that might come back?
Considering the area that you've seen, no. Appears that she was a singular hag.
Alright, well, why don't we set up shop for the night here, and then we can
pick up next time.
Search for the
I don't think we need
You know what? We could probably just seriously take a short rest and then walk back.
Well, we can keep exploring the cave.
Could I do an Arcana? Yeah, let's explore them.
Sure, I'm down.
Can I do an Arcana check as to whether or not I think there's usable magical pieces of a hag?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guide myself for this one.
Whoa, I wanted to just, like stuff her and just send her back to the fucking university.
Well, we can do that, but if there's something I can use from her.
Fair enough. Do your thing. It just seems like that's kind of weird and twisted.
I don't know why I rolled that much, though.
I don't know why you'd want to do something like that.
Somebody, yeah, come on, you know what magic.
Yeah, out of everyone in the party, you would probably be one of the few like people that understands the
Dirty 20
bodies.
Dirty 20. Yeah, there's probably something. I just have to find the right. There we go.
You're gonna get some hag lips, some sea hag lips.
Hey, why not, baby?
Not the lips you're thinking of, though.
Those were the lips I was thinking of.
Sea hag.
They got some grip on them, just saying.
Oh,
Okay. So there are a number of things.
He's a very lonely gnome. What can he say?
There's actually only 2 things that are useful: hair and blood.
Really, sea hag hair.
Yep.
Interesting. What does that do?
With that roll, consuming it gives you the ability to breathe air and water for 1 hour.
I shaved that fucking head bald.
Then slap it.
So, give me 1d4. And that's how many strands that are useful enough.
Yeah, 4.
Oof. You get 4 long strands. They're different than the rest of their hair. It's like thicker. It's almost like straw versus the rest of her hair. But it's still as malleable and whatnot as the hair.
Perfect. Custom item. What was the other thing?
Blood.
Is it all right? I don't know. Is she still warm enough to bleed?
Possibly. It has been a few minutes, so it's probably not.
Well, actually, she's right by the fire, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think here. I don't think I have a fucking needle with me. Do I?
No.
Wait, what's in my lab kit?
Did you bring that chest with you?
Yeah, it's in my bag of holding.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just see what you put in there.
I don't think needles were in there.
I have a disguise kit. There's a chance that there might be something like a needle and thread in there.
But you want a different type of needle.
Yeah, he needs like a needle for taking blood. A hollow needle.
I don't know why I can't find this. Oh, here it is. Corks, 9 vials and corks. Gloves, jars, mortar and pestle, sparker, tongs. Nope. I
The
suppose I could
vials
just cut
would
it
have been
out.
helpful, but that's it.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can figure it out when we get back to town.
Maybe. Alright. So we're at 9:15 or close to 9:15. Did you want to call it now?
Yeah,
I'm
I think
ready
it's a
to
good
keep
spot, and it just so happens that we take about an hour long rest, and it takes about an hour to get here, so maybe perhaps those that are not here can join us next time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And yeah. Thanks for joining us for this episode. And yeah, we will see you next time.
All right.
Bye.